Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fable Table, an actual play live stream focused on critical world building, collaborative storytelling, and finding the fun in games. I'm your host, Nick, ApolloNik on Discord and Twitch
That's
and
not true.
all the places.
All the
You're
places.
Apollo underscore Nick.
Okay. The person who holds ApolloNik on Twitch will not respond to my messages, and I'm going to find him. Or
I wouldn't
them.
either, to be honest.
What?
If I had the name, I wouldn't be responding to somebody who's like, "Hey, give me my name."
I've been
No, it's
very
my name.
diplomatic and kind about it. My efforts to claim it, but I also have been considering just switching my channel to Fable Table, but then people wouldn't recognize me in other streams, so whatever, we'll figure it out. We are without Andy again this week, but we are going to proceed with Song of the Ravenlands, and I am hearing some feedback from someone.
Is it me?
It might be. I'm gonna keep an eye on it.
I don't hear anything.
Okay.
Me either.
Just let me know if I need to.
Okay. No
Adjust.
worries.
Branding is indeed a challenge. Calling yourself "Hi, I'm Fable Table" does seem a little weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like, the channel is me, and this is the show, Fable Table, season 1 of which is Song of the Ravenlands, part 1. Anyway. So, yeah, we're gonna continue where we picked off, but first, how's everybody doing? Any major, like, life updates? Any fun, witty jokes for the good of the order?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian, how
Oh.
did your week 1 of your randomizer event
Well,
go?
we won't know until Sunday how I placed, but there was a little table running down of like everybody who submitted their times, and I did very poorly for the first week. That's okay.
I'm
I
sorry.
made several mistakes and explored everywhere instead of only where I needed to be, and then got slow in the middle. That's okay.
Well,
You'll
good luck
get
in
better.
future weeks.
Yep. Everybody I'm playing against is so good that I have to win a week if I'm going to make the playoffs anyway. So I got 4 more tries. I'm good.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, puppy, what are you doing?
No,
She
You
keeps
know.
bumping me.
Mm.
Oh, you want this
Thank you,
squeaker?
John.
Go get it.
Perfect.
you're welcome.
Perfect timing.
I had to
think-
slip it in.
Gotta. The only update with me is that my car has ants, and now I just want to set it on fire. It belongs to them now. Is
Yeah.
really what it comes down to. So.
I'm like that, but with fleas. I'll fight ants any day. But if you give me a thing I can't even see, I will go like insane. Yeah.
I understand that inclination very much. Just kill it with fire. Like there's no.
I have terrible stories. I've traumatized people with my obsession with fleas.
I know. I used to have a cat, like an outdoor cat, who was
used to, too.
just a mongrel. So we always had fleas. It was terrible. Anyway, no, I feel you. It's gross and it's terrible.
I'll miss you, Caesar. Anyway. Who wants to get
Yeah.
the recap for this special edition?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, what happened? Shannon?
Aw, man.
What happened last week?
All I know is that I trained Lynn to be a bad bitch, and now she's a part of the guard, and like she's my little assassin in training. And we gifted her Mushla's shield, and we did a lot of like we had some downtime for about a month, so we healed and we laughed and
We
I don't know.
cried.
We cried. There were things that
We
happened.
partied.
You did
We
party.
partied.
For a little bit.
Super fucking
You
hard.
party
yeah.
hard.
We each took a turn doing a yes and you know, it was good time all around. We were worried about Cedric. He is definitely an alcoholic. But yeah, things were good.
Who's
Back
Cedric?
to you. Isn't Cedric the name of the guy in the kitchen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Here's me. I'm like, did I
Right.
say it wrong? Am I remembering the wrong thing? But no, it's just John being a butthole. So I feel better now. This is
I'm
good.
just a butthole. What else happened?
Butthole. Don't make me
Gosh.
remember things.
So much else happened.
You remember the sexy battle wizard?
Oh yes.
Oh
we do.
yeah.
Yes, Andy got to make his sexy battle wizard.
Oh
What
my
about
god, I'm so
All the
excited.
abundant.
The cursed boy.
I am
Francois
excited
the
about
Abundant.
Do you remember a dragon trapped in glass? Dragon
I-
glass, if you will?
Well, if you're prompting me for all of these things, why don't you just give the recap?
Do you
I'm not very good
remember
at this.
the hallucination that only I got to see of the dragon getting freaky?
Yes, but then you also saw
My
the hallucination
God.
of the dragon either being a good guy or a bad guy or like a neutral guy.
Well,
so
you
like
know
we don't know what's
what they
gonna
say about
happen.
ifs in a world of chance.
But I'm excited to see more of Francois, who in my mind, headcanon, is like definitely Jared Leto, like, but also like a little bit David Bowie. I'm very excited. He shoots lightning out of his nipples. That's all I remember.
That is not actually what I said, but it's fine.
Headcanon is headcanon, Nick.
I know.
You
You
do
can't
anything
fight
about
it. You can't fight it. Why try?
Yes, you can. I promise you can.
I know what I see when I close my eyes, okay? Don't ruin this for me.
Okay. So
Okay.
I think we left off with Basil and Wick had just tried to smack the crystal and break it. They left not a scratch, and they were suddenly very weakened and stunned. Merrick and Cacophony stood by to check on them. I think Cacophony, you were looking at the dragon, who was looking right back at you with like curiosity, interest.
I do not speak the same language, no.
No. I don't remember if Merrick was doing anything in particular.
Not yet.
But after Basil and Wick began to snap out of their stupor, Wick stared into the crystal and saw potential futures that may come to pass. And so that's where we'll pick up. Wick and Basil are collecting themselves. Wick is making sense of his vision. And Merrick, you're standing here as well, next to Cacophony, as she just is like eyeing this dragon who's eyeing her back. What do you do?
If I remember correctly, the crystal is a bright blue.
Yes, this
And
crystal.
the dragon inside of it is blue as well. Or did we not get that information?
I don't think I actually gave that information. Let me roll a color.
It looks blue. It has a blue filter over it.
Yep.
Sure.
Abba-dee-abba-da.
I was just to say, if somebody doesn't start singing blue right now, missed opportunity.
Yeah, it looks a little darker on the inside, but with this blue hue, it's really hard to tell what color it is on the inside. And I did roll a die to determine its color.
Do you
Okay.
want to share the dice size?
It was a D6.
Oh, okay.
So Merrick.
I will turn to Wick and say, Wick.
Ah, my eyes!
I saw you casting your spell. What did you see?
Ah, so much scaly porn! My eyes! I fumble for the knife at my belt to gouge them out, but I can't locate it.
I will try to restrain you. And
No,
wave
let it
Cacophony over to
happen.
steal the knife.
I got it.
You slap it. You slap it out of the hands. It's fine.
Yeah.
They're only throwing knives anyway. I start weeping. Crying, in fact.
Should I slap him? Do you want to slap him? I'm going to look at Merrick. You can do this. He owes me a lot of money. I feel like...
I'll let you slap me for 10 gold off my debt.
I will slap him immediately.
Sold!
As soon as he tries to sell it for money.
Moira Rose. Slap, slap, slap.
Pow, pow, pow. Yes, exactly.
How many times do you hit
And
me?
I'm a crow. Oh,
Just
that's so
once.
perfect.
It's
But I also have plate mail on, so there's a gauntlet, and it's like a
Nice.
backhand to the face.
Hey, I'm
Wait,
down to
pull
90.
yourself together.
Ah! Okay.
Okay.
What did you see?
I grab Merrick by the throat, and I look him dead in the eye. Dead in my evil, evil eye. You're stunned now. Get wrecked. I actually can't look at my rolls.
Oh my god.
I don't know if that was successful or not.
All right,
I can't
well-
find him.
We've got rolls.
Yeah. That's pretty.
Evil eye.
Well,
So wait, hold on. Are you entering combat?
I'm grabbing him by the throat. If that doesn't count as combat, I don't know what does.
Yeah, but I'm not an NPC, so I'm fine.
Fuck, true.
Hmm.
I legitimately cannot see the right side of my screen right now. I don't know what's happening here. There we go.
You rolled very well.
Amazing. You're just missing all
Okay,
of
I'm
it.
just gonna refresh my entire game. Anyway, I will fast forward the recountenance of this dragon is pretty a potential evil upon the world, or at least a creature of destruction. And also, a freaky, freaky entity.
Odd.
This is your fault, Apollo_Nick.
I chose one word that you took and ran with.
I think everyone did.
You said
But-
intimacy, and that
And
only means
passion.
one thing, friend. And passion.
Intimate
Yeah.
and passion.
Yeah. That only means one thing, buddy.
I said it gave other dragons intimate looks. Or at least
Uh,
that's what I meant.
I
Intimate
stare
looks
Merrick
means-
in the face.
Intimately.
And intentionally am keeping the fact that this thing has potential for good to myself.
Of course you do.
Yes.
Why would you share that?
Wonderful.
Exactly. Why would
All
I?
right. Well, what do you all propose we do about this? There was a trap on the way in here of these crystals that turned somebody diseased and ridden with aches, pains, and nausea. There was that horrible message from the wizard, but Francois, or whatever his name is, apparently he's probably the one who has done this. And we have a dragon here. Now, we knew about the trap going in, so we were able to get in and avoid the crystals, but it won't be long before somebody else finds this, and somebody else, in my opinion, is probably going to be the Brothers of Rust.
Yeah.
Something must be done about this dragon. I'll turn to
I
look
have
at
to-
it. Is it looking at me now?
Its eye is shifting at whoever is like moving the most. Probably whoever is talking.
I have to question the motivations of Francois here. He's put up booby traps. He's trying to keep this dragon for what purpose? If the dragon is as evil as Wick has foreseen that it will become, maybe this Francois person is not such a dick. Maybe he's good and he's just a thorn in our side.
Wizards are all evil intrinsically. Make no
You're a
mistake of
wizard.
that.
You're a wizard.
I'm not a wizard, no.
Okay.
But I know about wizards.
Well, this one is sexy and he shoots lightning out of his nipples, so I don't know who to
And
believe.
you trust a
I don't know.
man whose nipples shoot lightning bolts.
I would like to trust a man whose nipples shoot lightning bolts. I'm just saying.
I would just like to trust somebody in my life before I
You
die.
won't ever.
I probably
but-
won't, no.
No. But so, okay. So is it the enemy of my enemy is my friend? Or is it the enemy of my enemy is yet another enemy that I have to fucking fight? Like, where do you guys land on this side of...
I feel like we need more information. Now, what do we want more information on? This dragon? This prison that it's in? Francois the Abundant?
Woohoo!
Given some... Do we hear that in the background?
Anytime someone says Francois the Abundant.
It just goes whoo in the background. I think, honestly, I think that if we learn more about Francois, we can understand his motivations better and then figure out, like, why he's keeping this dragon. If this dragon is indeed a threat or if it's something else. Maybe he's keeping it safe. I don't know. But I think that if we learn about Francois, we can figure out the rest.
We
All right.
have no immediate way of breaking through this magical defense. I feel like we're on a wild goose chase.
Maybe,
let's-
maybe not. Give me some time to commune with Worm, and I can get us some answers.
Can we do it outside?
We probably can do it outside for now.
Okay. I don't want to be near these cursed crystals that inflict curse of death on us.
Curse. I had to say it one more time.
Cool.
Yep.
I think we exit the cave.
Okay. You step outside. You're at the bottom of this ravine over at the Hushed Path. There is like a makeshift trail that, I mean, it's not really like traversed. Like someone just discovered this by just kind of climbing down here and noticing that there was enough, terrain here to walk on to come all the way down to the bottom. Probably wouldn't someone notice that there was like an opening in a cave.
I only see half of it on my screen. Is it just my screen, or do you guys also only see half?
Sorry, I just
the edge of the map.
Yeah, it is the edge of the map.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I was like, is it me? Do I need to restart? So thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, you bet. So,
You do.
Merrick, you would like to commune with Worm, it sounds like.
I'd like to commune with Worm and prepare new spells.
Okay.
I'll ask the party to watch over me while I do so. And I will take off my armor and sit there cross-legged, start waving back and forth, and then start preparing new spells, allowing them to do what they want for the next hour. And then when they are finished, I will be ready.
Can I ask Merrick, when you talk to Worm, can you find out if Worm ever talks to Raven? Like, do they have like brunch? Do they, do they ever commune with each other? I guess is my big question.
I can ask.
Thank you.
What does preparation or this hour look like? Is it just meditation as you sway? Is there
I think it's meditation and internal thought as Merrick debates in his mind what he is going to prepare and what he is going to use his newfound magic to try to how I'm going to use my newfound magic to find the information I want.
Okay. So it sounds like this concentration of thought.
Yes.
And that is what the focus is required to commune with Worm. But in general, like these past couple weeks, what has Merrick been feeling?
Towards the Ravenlands, towards this party, towards the situation? It's a very general question.
Yeah, like what is just like where has his like head and heart been at? Like what is he like thinking about in general, and what are the feelings associated with that?
Well, up until the battle with Brother Bishop, it has been flight. We're in a constant state of danger, constant state of motion.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of time to collect ourselves, and then we had a nice long period of rest and calm and relaxation. He was able to refocus and unlock some untold power, maybe from his deity, maybe from his experience, maybe from his time, and now trying to find a way to use that knowledge to find out more.
Okay. All right. So as you center your thoughts in this state of calm, you begin, like we've described it kind of as like a radio signal tuning in. You find a worm in your thoughts, and he greets you. What do you say or ask of him?
I will thank him for his understanding, knowledge, and for his power that he's bestowed upon me. I will ask him Worm, have you been able to make a breakthrough with your... been able to make a breakthrough and contact Raven? Or is Raven still lost to us?
It has been a long time since my siblings and I have been able to commune with one another. It was a very different time many ages ago. Now our abilities lie elsewhere, invested in the world and its many creatures, as I have invested in you. I worry for Raven. I have heard from you and others the grave disparity that Raven feels. And I worry for my brother. Surely there are other matters on your mind than my kin. What can I help you with?
The disruption of power that started to separate, sever, disconnect the link that we had.
Yes.
Being lost.
Yes.
Is this disruption still evident? Or is it lessened?
Whatever you did with the Veilers, it has diminished, but as you know, Veil is still out there. Another one of our siblings. And I have been contemplating what Veil could be up to. It was so long ago that all of us saw him last. He had resolved to leave this world that we had all created together. Well, when I say we all, I mean the siblings that you know of, the gods of this world. We had many other siblings who chose to go off and make their own creations elsewhere in the void. Vale was not interested in any of it. After he had helped us make magic and everything else in this world, we had a disagreement, all of us, with Vale. And so he left. It is strange that he's back, and it has been so long, I have a hard time imagining what it is he wants. But clearly it is nefarious and hostile in purpose. I think we will ultimately learn more by seeking out the Veilers, interrogating their plans, gathering information.
Understood.
They are to the southwest, and it would seem you are heading to the north.
We are on a mission to connect with the elves.
Mm.
But we have taken a side path as we have made an amazing discovery. A dragon encased in a gem. Bright blue. What do you know of dragons? What knowledge can you impart upon me?
Dragons were one of our early creations. Experiments with creatures that could grow to enormous size and power. Ultimately, we decided to go a different route with sentient life. But there are many of those who have wielded magic throughout the ages who hunted dragons, captured them, and used them for their own devices. Trapping one within a crystal sounds like very strange magic. Something to preserve them for a later date, I suppose. Do you know of the sorcerer who has captured this dragon, or what can you tell me of their magic?
Well, we have come across crystals that delay disease that were used as traps at the entrance. We have heard a message from him. I dare not, well, in your presence I can speak his name, but every time we spoke it in the cave, it seemed like either a voice or a message was responding to us, or it was making him evident of our presence. His name is Francois the Abundant.
As soon as you say the word Francois, you just feel this, like, palm on head. And, like, again, I don't think you've described it as, like, there is no physical presence or, like, visual connection. Is that right? Yeah, but you just get this, like, deep sigh vibe from Worm the moment you say Francois, like, before you even finish the title. And he says, oh, God. Another one of those wizards of the Order of the Spire. A magic order of strange taste and ambitions. But I assure you, that wizard has been dead for centuries. You must have found his cache, so to speak. There are wizards throughout the ages who were known to hide what they found, try and keep others from taking it for themselves, particularly when they're alive, but wizards can be petty and singular in focus, isolated, lone wolves. Really quick, did you know that the idea of a lone wolf is actually not a thing? It's a total misconception about wolves. They're very social and pack oriented.
Stay on target, gold leader.
Okay.
I was interested. Okay.
That's okay. I'm gonna mark it
yeah, this is Worm going like, so there's actually misconceptions. Knowledge is power.
Wasting your community.
No, it's all right. My alignment is about learning new things. This is
Let's
great.
talk about
God
wolves.
is teaching me something new.
Sure.
What would be the purpose of encasing a dragon in a crystal?
Francois was known throughout the ages for... He was quite ambitious and strange. He was at odds with many, many other wizards, and it was believed that he was planning on taking over the Order of the Spire at one point and was amassing power to do so before his untimely demise. A dragon would certainly have been a powerful weapon to wield in the hands of a sorcerer.
Wait, true. The question now before me is, what do we do with it? This dragon is aware and awake. Its eye opened and stared at us through the crystal. My compatriots tried to break the crystal apart and were stunned and slowed and nearly incapacitated as the dragon just stared at them.
Beware. Francois was quite powerful already, but was planning on taking on his entire order and was amassing great and powerful spells, research, weapons. Honestly, he reminds me of the Rust Prince. And so take heed and caution when attempting to crack his safe, so to speak. It could prove fatal. Perhaps it is best left alone. Some knowledge is not worth the cost, especially when the price has been set by one such as Francois the Abundant.
I understand.
But if you believe you can if you believe you can control a dragon, they are known to be social, particularly impressionable when young, but quite powerful and temperamental as they grow. You were saying?
See if I can learn more of the enchantments that Francois has put forth before we try to do something with this dragon. But it can communicate with us then?
Certainly. Dragons, particularly those bred in captivity with sorcerers, were magically imbued by passing down knowledge from their ancestors and given speech and free thought. Perhaps this one, too, is intelligent.
Thank you for your time. Do you have any more words of guidance or wisdom for me as we venture forth and gather more allies against the Brothers of Rust?
What would he say here?
Aimed the legendary weapon known as the Glock 17. Only it can defeat my brother.
Stay on target, Gold Leader.
You getting a kickback? What the fuck?
This
ATF
stream sponsored
sponsors
by
this stream.
Glock. No, he Worm does not offer any advice here. I think he'll offer some sort of like dad advice, just like general, like applicable turn of phrase, like
Makes good sense.
yeah,
Moss always grows where the sun rises.
yeah.
A bird in the
Exactly.
hand is worth two in the bush, or something horrible
Yeah.
like
Makes
that.
sense that a god of knowledge would want you to gain that knowledge on your own, not be given to you for free.
There's an ass in every crowd, even a crowd of one. That
Thank
sort
you
of
for your
nonsense.
wisdom.
Perfect.
And I will slowly break my connection.
All right.
During that time,
Yes.
What do
I
we
want to
got?
have a scene with Cacophony, if you don't mind, Nick.
Please.
Why, thank you. So, Wick, Cacophony are looking at Basil drunk, passed out on the ground, deep into his jug. Merrick's just sitting nearby, doing the weird hum-delay hums.
Neck dance.
Yeah, the snake dance, as he's known for. And Wick slowly turns his eyes to the bird person, not just a bird, who he owes now 90 coin to my count.
It was 150.
Yeah, but I gave you that necklace worth 50, right?
I do like my necklace.
It's beautiful.
Oh, it's very
Uh,
shiny.
And then, your boy just slapped me for 10. Come on.
That was 10 of his gold. Not of my gold. Go ahead, I'm
I'm
sorry.
counting off of that.
That's fine.
And I think in that weird moment of these two people who are often opposed to each other's words finally have like a chance to just talk one-on-one. And he's going to ask Cacophony, so what's the deal? Like with you now.
It's such an open-ended question, Wick.
Oh, to be fair, I don't know much about you, your wants, your wishes. So I
Oh.
think we're going to start broad and then focus down.
Well, then I suppose I could start with I'm trying to find Raven. I need to get my brother's soul stone to him.
Is that like a high priority for you?
It is. It's pretty much my only. It's my only mission. It's the only thing that really drives me on, I would say.
Are you sure?
I am, because I ultimately know that that's where my journey will end. That's it. So whatever else happens between now and then, it's just on my way to Raven. Those are the things that's like the utmost importance to me, is that I get his soul to Raven. But along the way, that doesn't mean that I can't continue to live and steal things and accumulate what is shiny and torment you a little bit. It's a lot of fun.
No, I understand. You're not the only one.
Yeah. Also, I like Lynn. I don't like
Can I ask you
people.
about that?
I don't care for people, but I really like her.
Yeah, I need to wonder, like, are you enchanted? Are you ensorcelled?
No, she's just... I
Do you think
saw
you're...
in her me as a young birdling, and I was all alone, and I was not strong, and bad things happened to me, just as they had happened to her. And I thought, I don't know, if I could make her strong in a way that I never was or didn't have the ability to do, then she would be better than I am. That she would be okay.
I don't mean for this to sound as weird as it might.
Oh, just say it.
It's pretty creepy what you're doing.
What do you mean?
She's never been alone. There's one night between her blowing up her village and us immediately being there.
Mm-hmm.
That's how long she was ever alone for, to my understanding.
Point of information, she did not blow up her village. The Veilers came and killed everyone.
That's okay.
Okay.
You can be alone and be surrounded by people at the same time. The two are not mutually exclusive, Wick. I didn't have a family, and neither did she.
I understand exactly what you're saying. I understand that you and I come from similar backgrounds, whether you care to admit that.
We just went in different ways. Yeah.
My entire life, I have been on the outside of this city, of my town, of my family. To my understanding, Lynn was loved by her parents, or at least she loved them.
Hmm?
And immediately, as soon as disaster struck, she had support.
Yeah.
You and Basil and the goat. I hate that goat. I look at Chives. Where is he, Nick? Where's Chives?
He's like on a nearby. Oh no, you all are in the ravine. He has like been climbing like just really steep parts of the ravine, and he just like swivels his head and is looking right at you.
I stare back. Look at this unnatural monster.
Yes, she has our support, and that's wonderful. But I see. What if we hadn't interceded?
Projecting?
Of course I am. What if we hadn't interceded? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what happened in my case.
Do you feel like that projection might end up in a very tragic way?
I feel like you're foreshadowing. I don't like it.
I see the future a lot.
Yeah,
I don't care
that.
to admit that. What?
I said, don't do that. Don't tell me what's going to happen.
I'm not going to tell you what is going to happen, because I don't know that. But every time I run into a crossroads of, oh, we have a being of potential destruction, I start to get a little sweaty, a little nervous. I'm not saying what you're doing with Lynn has any way in connection into doing that, but there has to be a moment where you've done enough, right? Do you see yourself ever being done with Lynn?
When she can take care of herself? Absolutely. Once we...
So in
I
4
feel
years
like...
from now?
Maybe. Or I have to know
16.
that... I have to trust that the things that I've taught her, she'll take with her. And hopefully it will make her a stronger person.
Legacy?
Maybe. I just think that when, as you say, you encounter powerful beings, don't you think that maybe treating them with suspicion is what might turn
I
the
think it's
tide and make them
normal.
turn against us?
No.
If we treated them as our equals or without suspicion or with care, they might have turned out a different way.
No, I agree 100%.
And Lynn is a powerful person and she needs
No,
care and
not
respect.
really.
I think she
She
will
is
be.
a human child, I agree. But she's not powerful.
Not yet.
Yeah, probably never.
So,
You know we're special, right? Like us four, I point to the goat. Give me that thing. Whatever the fuck that thing is.
Who is
Do you
not being
really-
included here in the 4?
Good, good.
There are 5 of you here.
Maybe it's me. Who knows, Nick? Stop interjecting while we're having a conversation.
I'm sorry.
My
Does
point,
Wick-
ultimately, is that it's becoming more possessive from the outsider's perspective, what you're doing with a child. And I worry for both you and her at this point.
interesting. Well, I disagree. I think that what I'm doing is showing her how to take care of herself and how to not be afraid in a world of what is ultimately a lot of really scary shit. And I don't regret the decision to teach her what it is that I know, because I think that it will help her to be a better person. I think I'm evil. Let's be honest. I'm morally ambiguous at best. I don't really have a moral compass. I like Lynn, but she has, you know, her
You want to give
foster
her
mom and
all the
dad now,
tools to murder
and they'll
people.
teach her how to be. No, I want to teach. She has a foster mom and dad, and they'll teach her how to be a good person. But I will teach her how to not be taken advantage of. And I think you
Before
need
you
both of those
started
things.
training her, did she ever ask you to, like, learn your ways? Did she ever come
No,
up and was like, Cacophony, person who some took part in saving my life, can you teach me how to stab someone in the back? I don't
it's
think
never
she
in the back.
did.
It's always in the ribs. But the thing is that I think when I started talking to her in a way that wasn't coddling, and I showed her what it was that I knew, I saw her come out of her shell. And she wasn't as skittish around people, and she became more self-assured, and she was able to ask people questions. She was more sure of herself. She was coming into her own, whereas I think before she was just terrified of
It
everyone
was
and
like
everything.
her entire family just were set on fire, and she finally
Mhm.
got a chance to decompress.
Mhm.
Do you think that you teaching her to stab someone in the back was the cause of that? Or because she was safe in a town and cared for by a community?
Two things can be real. Maybe it was both.
Maybe.
I don't think you and I are going
I
to see eye to
sus-
eye on these things.
No, probably we don't see eye to eye on, I think, anything. But I am not the only one with these concerns.
Oh, really?
It looks strange when a being of power like ourselves dote on children who we have no connection to. Maybe what you're doing is nice and good and great. Others would consider this a form of grooming. And I worry.
Well, I don't know how to assuage your worries or fears, but I don't.
You could not kidnap her from her surrogate parents to teach her how to kill people.
Well, I didn't kidnap her. She's still back at the village.
Sure.
I just gave. I didn't. I
For
didn't groom
hours
her.
on end where you both sneak off somewhere.
Yeah, to go practice throwing knives in the woods.
Maybe get a supervisor involved. Maybe invite the dwarf lady. She seems
You know,
nice and trustworthy.
Merrick has joined us from time to time. Have you ever spoken to Merrick about it?
Not yet, but now I'm going to. Because I didn't know he was involved, to be honest.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Other than you sometime getting to Raven with your brothers, I don't see her carcass or his carcass. So I assume it's like a trinket or bauble or...
A soul
I
stone.
don't...
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Okay. Birds have stone. Oh, never mind.
Special birds have stones.
I won't question your ways or motivations, but it seems odd that you are delaying such a significant thing for, ultimately, as you say, I don't know. I'm worried about you at one point, Cacophony, where it's like, I'm watching a person be stretched by both arms, 2 different directions, and you're gonna rip in half. I see that, like, pulling.
I don't think that at the end of this journey, I walk away. I think that when I meet Raven, that's the end of me. I think that when I deliver my soul stone,
Why?
his soul stone,
You just collapse into a pile of feathers? Get
I
carried off
died.
by the wind?
I died. I died. I gave my soul stone up to come back. I don't have a forever. So I'm not really in any hurry to hasten my end. I know that I will get there eventually. It is my sole purpose. But I'm not in a huge rush because I know that I don't come back from that.
You want to bet?
Yes.
That was
I
that
think
one, and then you're completely fine. I don't think Raven's gonna instantly murder his one religious child left.
it's not about murder. I just think that I don't know.
With her.
It's a feeling. It's a feeling I have. I know that I won't come back from it, and there is
Are
no
you
afterlife for
undead?
me. In a way,
I was gonna ask you at the end of this conversation what you thought about that.
Do you still eat and sleep and drink stuff?
yeah. I'm undead in the sense that I was dead and now I'm not.
Oh, well, same here then, right? But your
Yeah.
organs still work, right?
Oh yeah. No,
You
things
don't
are
have
moving.
any weird magical blades sprouting out of your stomach or chest or guts?
No, but man, that'd be awesome if it did.
It hurts every single time.
That sounds gross, Wick.
It
You should
is.
really see someone about that.
I tried.
I think the difference between you and I is that, yes, we're both fringe people. We both exist on the outside of society, but you desperately wanted to be a part of that society that you were excluded from, and I didn't. I saw an opportunity to remain beyond it. That made sense for me.
Maybe, but did you do that in fear or self-preservation?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But just because something happens
Well, it
that's
sounds
spurred
like you're
on by
forced
fear,
into that life. You're not
yeah,
actually making a decision, which I feel is something you do a lot. You
the
don't
thing,
make a decision.
but I'm not unhappy about it. This is what this is where the winds have taken me.
So is it like happiness is your first priority, followed by Raven and Dead Brother, and then everything else is extra? Or is it all happiness and then like this is your motivation that you just know is how you're going to die?
Yes.
So
Hedonism.
happiness first.
Yeah, what tastes good? What is shiny? You know, it's all nice
Do
until
you
it isn't.
believe in anything?
Good
Cacophony's
question.
Cacophony's
Peace?
gonna stare at you while she contemplates an answer for this question. Meanwhile, Basil is off to the side, like just rattling off names for his gin. We've all gin there. Keep your gin up. No.
Jesus Christ.
Underneath my gin.
Get out of here.
It's
Nick,
what
you troll.
it's what's
Perfect.
it's what's gin side that counts. No, that's
Oh,
awful.
no.
Gin there, done that. Mm.
Oh,
Shouldn't have done that. It's not bad.
And he just goes on, and the camera cuts back over to you, Cacophony. What was the question, John?
Do I
See,
believe in
why'd
anything?
you interrupt if you just guys? Did someone beg you for jokes?
Comic relief.
No, there you go.
Serious
No,
things deserve to be serious. How dare you?
I think that the things that I believe I'm going to keep to myself. I think that is something that I don't feel ready to share with you.
That's fine. But I need to know going forward if you're just an animal that just acts on impulse, or someone I can rely on to be a person when the chips are down.
Two things
I
can
want
be
to
real.
thank you and Basil for saving my people. You had no reason to. But there was a reason why I didn't include either of you in the plans. I can barely rely on you two.
You can rely on us. You just
No.
don't often agree with how we want to do things. That doesn't mean that our goals aren't ultimately the same. We want to help people. We want to keep them safe and as best as we can, but you have a very different way of going about that than we do. And I think that is ultimately why you feel like you can't, quote unquote, rely on us. But that doesn't make us unreliable people. It just means that we don't see eye to eye.
I feel like the chips are down and a decision has to be made. Neither of you will make it. And that's what worries me. It's
I
not
think that-
your
I think we will
inability.
make a decision. I just think that you won't like the decision that we make. That's the
Maybe.
real crux of our inability.
The problem is I've never
rely on each
seen you
other.
make one. So I'm going to make you an offer.
Oh boy.
I'm going to step back from the leadership role.
Oh no, that's not for me.
But we're in the safest time of our lives right now.
I don't want to lead anything.
If you can't prove that you can be trusted, how will I ever be able to do that?
I don't want to lead anything.
Neither do I.
Well then,
But
put
we're
it up to
leaders
the collective.
of our community.
Put it up to the collective. If you don't want to be the leader, then we take votes. And
So
then
when demons are
whoever's
barging
outvoted,
down our doors and the undead are storming our gates, we're going to stop and we're going to vote.
we're going to say yay or nay, this or this. I don't want to
We're
lead
going to
anything.
see how that turns out. And the responsibility and consequence will be on you. And Basil, if he agrees to this.
Everything about this is really gross and I don't like it.
I'm sorry.
But you're not sorry.
No, I really am.
Ugh.
I look at you with pity.
I hope Merrick wakes up at some point because like I feel like this like non-hostility is like gradually like amping up, and I think that like her hackles are rising because she just
confused and calm.
Can I cut in some I want to cut in some imagery of Chives like climbing the cliff and he stumbles. Like the rocks fall out from underneath him and he like begins to slide down. He makes a leap and he like catches himself on another ledge. But I think in this moment, as you two are like really hitting at this point, like this moment of what's gonna happen if no one takes leadership, I want to cut that imagery in.
Wick has finished saying what he needs to say. He will hope Cacophony takes his words for what they are.
Merrick, as this conversation is happening
Yes.
nearby, are like, is part of your meditation just like completely tuning this out, or is it a distraction, do you think?
Part of my meditation is tuning this out. It's a real question of when did my meditation end and when did I decide to announce that my meditation is ended.
I thought
Yeah.
it
much
lasted
have
an
I heard?
hour.
I mean, do we also cut in some imagery of you like peering over with one eye and then closing it again?
I think more of like frowns and grimaces as this conversation would go back and forth. There's a general misunderstanding on both parties and what the other one wants and doesn't want.
Mhm.
It worries Merrick a little bit. But he'll go to make a show of noise after he hears Chive stumble and rise to his feet and turn to the rest of the party and be like, all right, spoken with Worm. Cacophony, first of all, Raven. We still don't know where Raven is.
Ah, damn it.
And unfortunately, Worm does not have a strong connection to him at this point. But perhaps we can work on that when you're ready. Please
Okay.
let me know.
Yep.
I have learned some news of Francois. I don't finish the rest of it. Worm tells me that he is dead. Long dead and long gone. This is his cache, perhaps. Things he has stored and squirreled away for a dangerous time. This dragon. Worm also warns of powerful protections. But he says the dragon is sentient and will communicate with us if necessary.
What do you
I
mean
would like-
sentient? Like intelligent or like sentient like a mushroom or a dog?
Intelligent and impressionable at a young age.
Interesting. Keep it away from this one. I'm just kidding. I point to the demon.
Where do you point?
Yeah.
Chives.
That's what I thought.
Keep it away from that guy.
Chives is the best.
No.
I would like to attempt some investigation and perhaps communication with this dragon before we go. I don't believe
Okay.
in this area, even this unprotected dragon will be a worry. Because there was warnings of strong magical protections on it.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, we can either wait here longer and investigate, or we can go and proceed to the elves, to the orcs.
Can we think about that for one more moment?
Yes.
Let's say we investigate.
Uh-huh.
Cool. We figure out a way of getting the dragon free, which I feel like I eyeball the raven. That's what you want, right? You want to free the dragon, make it your pet.
I want to
friend?
free the dragon if the dragon wants to be freed. If it feels like it's safer being ensconced inside of a gemstone and doesn't want our aid, then
How do you communicate that?
well,
By
Merrick is
free,
saying
right?
Merrick is saying that the dragon is
Perhaps-
intelligent and that we can
perhaps,
communicate. So
Like, I can communicate without freeing it. And that is what I
Good.
would like
I
to do.
have a similar idea. It will take me till next morning to get in touch with this wizard. But I ask again, what comes after we break it out? Are we now dragon sitters for an unknown magical monster that will one day grow to be the size of my village, our village? Because that's
What
a
if-
big-time responsibility.
yeah, And
That
what
sure
if-
will outlive us all.
yeah. And what if your village is the village that is protected by a dragon because it was well cared for and loved?
We don't have the time.
You don't have the time. There's a whole village. Who says the dragon is solely your responsibility? Maybe the people of the village would want to take care of this dragon. Just like how the kids love Chives. Maybe the kids would also love the dragon.
You don't let a wild animal into your larder. Have you heard that phrase?
If you feed the wild animal, it doesn't need to go into the larder.
Bickering about this will not solve anything. Basil, please come with me. Watch over me, and I walk into the cave.
Good luck.
I'm not gonna. I've been texting Andy the puns, which he loved. He has an idea he wants to use, but he suggested one other punny name, which is Gintrested Gintrested Parties.
Parties. Nice.
That's nice.
Very nice. I need to meditate and learn some spells.
All right.
Apollo_Nick.
Well, then maybe we'll leave you outside the cave while they head inside.
Go for it.
Real question is, does Cacophony let you meditate, or does she just sit there and poke you with a dagger the entire time you're trying to learn?
I'll kill her.
Very tempting. Very tempting.
Just, I'll kill her.
So tempting. But no, I think he needs some alone time. I think I'm going to go in the cave and let Wick do his thing.
No need to ruffle his feathers. All right. Basil follows you in.
I will venture into the cave, put myself before the dragon once again, and I'm going to cast a couple of spells.
Okay, let's take this one at a time.
Wonderful. The first one I'm going to cast, if I can, is Detect Magic.
Okay.
I'm going to look at the gem and see what kind of magic I can detect.
Didn't
Yes.
we do that already?
I can't remember if we gained that information already.
You
I think
have
I attempted to, and it failed.
you did fail detect a spell. I don't remember what it was here.
I'm pretty sure it was Detect Magic,
Yeah.
but I can't remember. I threw my notes away on spells from last time, but that was one of the ones that I had. I didn't have any 5th level spells learned until I just commuted. So
Yeah, you can certainly attempt again if you'd like. Well, it's a new session, so I'm fine with that.
okay.
That is a 13.
Cast at a 13. That's a 13, and I have my -1 on, which I shouldn't, because I've taken my armor off.
Wow.
Nice.
So that was a good roll.
That was a
5
very
and a
good
6 with a +3.
Okay. Detect magic. So, you look around the cave with all of the purple crystals with green flecks in them, and you observe basically what you already observed from the individual that was sick. I don't recall. I don't think I wrote his name. What's that?
It was Sandy.
Sandy, that is, yes. Sandy, you're seeing the same thing that was on Sandy. And that is that there is just kind of like this purple, menacing flame, like aura emanating around all of these purple crystals. It is the curse.
I'm unconcerned about the crystals. I am looking at the gem,
Yes.
the dragon encased in it.
Yes.
I see something different.
This one is much different. You see not flames, but you see like orbiting geometric shapes that basically look like chains, shields, and you see, in fact, a couple what look like constellations, in fact, orbiting around the gem. These are protective spells of varying natures. Some are reactive in nature. So basically like traps. There is enhancement spells, enhancing the strength of the crystal, and spells that prevent the dragon from. They're basically like charms that kind of subdue and sustain and keep the dragon in stasis effectively.
Are they spells that surround the crystal, or are they a part of the crystal itself? Is there any way that I can see? Maybe I could discern realities?
Ooh. I don't think that would the questions would lead to those answers necessarily. But they're kind of on the surface of the crystal itself. but the magic itself largely appears to be like moving, just to give it some texture, some visual texture. So a lot of it is like it would appear to you through your magical vision to be either engraved, like embedded in the crystal itself, or orbiting it, depending on the type of like the part of the magic. But there is just like a ton of different spells dumped into this.
I want to cast a spell and touch the crystal, but it seems like there are reactive protective magics that would prevent me from doing so.
Um,
I wonder if they're reactive only to prevent from harm.
yeah, if you had this cast when someone attacked it, you might be able to get more information. But it was unfortunately not active when Wick and Basil struck at it. But Basil kind of like holds his blades and like, eh?
Perhaps a different test. Be ready to pull me back if things go awry.
What if we just throw a big rock at it?
It's not a bad idea.
Don't hurt yourself,
I'll
like
grab
unless
a
you
rock
have to.
and toss it at the crystal.
Yeah, you see one of the spells activate, and it basically like shifts to the point of impact.
Oh.
Like all of the focus of the spell shifts to that spot, and it appears to be protective in nature.
All right, Basil, be ready to pull me back if things go crazy.
Yeah, so he'll have like one sword up in one hand, and he'll like grip the back of your tunic with the other.
You don't need the sword.
Sure.
You do what you want, buddy. I will calmly and without malicious intent reach out and touch a finger to the crystal. Does the magic react to me?
With as much force as you're pushing, like when the rock got thrown, you saw a very quick and strong like shift. When you touch it, there is like a shift, but it doesn't appear with the same like intensity as when you threw the rock. And it meets your finger. Kind of like one of those electric toy orb things with the lightning.
Yep. Am I able to touch the crystal?
Yeah, you're touching it.
Good. I'll remove my hand. All right, Basil, I think this is going to be okay. And I'm going to cast one more spell.
Okay.
And we'll see if this one works.
That's a fucking 15.
Oh my god.
2 6s. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
All right. This is the spell that I'm going to cast, Nick.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Words of the Unspeaking.
Ooh.
With a touch, you speak to the spirits within things. The non-living object you touch answers 3 questions you pose as best it can. I'm going to try to touch the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Speak to the spirit within it in the hope that the spirit within the crystal is the dragon.
Okay, just to clarify this. Oh wow, the non-living
It's me, Francois, trapped in pajamas.
So it says the non-living object you touch answers the questions. And you are touching the crystal. Oh boy, what happens here?
How about I ask my first question?
Yeah, what is your first?
Which could be answered by either the dragon or the crystal. You determine afterwards what kind of reaction I get, and then I'll phrase my others differently.
Yeah, what is your question?
My first question to the crystal is, how was this prison created?
Magic.
Nice.
This is a level 5 spell,
Yes.
and you you rolled a 15.
Oh, max.
Yeah. Okay. As you begin casting this spell, you see other spells activate, like move from a passive state into a more active one. Not the same spell that is like preventing damage to the crystal, or like, you know, providing some insulation. Other spells begin shifting to like react to your magic, and yours is just stronger. You feel a resistance. You feel like something is about to react, and like you feel like you're about to activate a trap here. And so you focus up and you push through and overpower his spells. And they do not react. You subdue his spells with your own, and basically force the spells into submission while you work your magic. And the crystal is going to respond in a sense. How would a crystal answer a question?
Like a flower that gains sentience when it turns into a whale.
Excuse me?
Was that a Hitchhiker's Guide reference?
It might have been.
From the flower pot fall? Okay, it's fine. Yeah.
You. What does this spell look like? Like, what does the magic look like? How do you picture it?
I imagine it's more of like. Here. I guess it's more of a. I don't want to use electric because that's totally our nipple wizard's forte, but more of a like a low vibration as my hand touches the object, as I try to connect my mind with its mind and connect my spirit with its spirit.
Okay.
And just a transference, like a vibration transference back and forth as I try to glean this knowledge from it.
Okay. The crystal like begins to resonate with this humming, and you hear different harmonies begin to build up within the crystal as it like absorbs these waves, these hums, and passes it around its strange geometry. And you just I don't know if there's a great like way to engage the senses here and connect that to how it passes you the information, but I think like a bat receiving sonar, you are receiving information through sound. And this crystal was created it is artificial. It was created completely with magic by Francois. You imagine, you picture in your mind's eye this dragon like held in magic by Francois, while he uses his other hand to manufacture this crystal around the dragon. And then once the crystal's created, he begins the stasis spells and the other protections. It is a true labor that you get the sense it took him many months of study, practice, and work to create. What else do you want to know? What other questions do you have?
As I am asking this question, I sense no connection to the dragon itself.
No.
Only to the object.
No. I am using this rules as written. The non-living object you touch.
Fine.
Yep.
What is the dragon doing as I am harmonically resonating with the crystal that is encasing it?
Nothing. It is just
Do I have
watching.
it
It is
just
watching.
watching? Hmm. I will ask the crystal, what is your weakness?
Um, the humming shifts in tone as you kind of put the hum that represents your question into it. And the crystal's weakness is that it is actually quite susceptible to both physical harm and magic. Like, it can destroy the crystal, but it is being enhanced by magic. So you need to overwhelm the magic or remove the magic, and your other efforts will be a lot more feasible.
Don't we have a staff that can remove? Or it's only when they're being cast, right?
No. We can use it to remove magics that are constant effects.
Oh, damn! Look at
Yeah.
Cacophony coming up with all the good
No.
ideas and shit.
We tried that. It did not get rid of it. It let us copy it.
Let us manipulate it.
No, we tried that on Sandy. It didn't work. Unless
No,
I
that's
don't know.
just how you decided to flavor what you did. Manipulate is in the literal text of the description they have.
I tried to remove it.
He did try and remove it, and I specifically said that as you understand how this blade works, it should have removed it.
But it did not.
There is something particularly nasty about the flame that you observe.
Okay, well, maybe it will work then, since this doesn't have fire.
All right.
Do it.
I have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
And that question is going to be, where were you created?
Where was the crystal created?
Yes.
Here.
Or it was created here?
Yes.
Did I see that in the first vision?
Yeah, yes. That is a fine clarification to your first question. You still have one.
Okay.
You want to phone a friend?
Yeah. Does anybody in my party have any thoughts on a final question?
I mean, I've already thought of 4 ways to break it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's the
break it? The question
where's
is,
the where's the best point?
Does the gem live? Is the gem sentient?
No. The fact that my spell works means that it is a non-living object.
Damn.
We know that its weakness. We know that it's susceptible to physical harm and magical harm and everything. But like, is there? Like, we know that it has weakness, but where is its greatest point of weakness so that we can attack that point? Or like, I guess if no, I know a question you should ask. You should ask the crystal, if we break it, will the dragon be harmed? Will the dragon come away unscathed? Or,
Will your destruction destroy the dragon? Will your destruction deal harm to the dragon?
Right, because
Okay with
that's
that. I'm okay with that.
counterintuitive, right?
Sure.
Like,
Yep.
That is an excellent question, because yes, the crystal replies and points out one of the spells that is orbiting it that was very difficult to notice. It's perhaps the smallest, because it is like, I don't know. I've been playing around with like electricity imagery, especially as we talked about you touching the crystal and the spell reacting the way those little orbs do. There's like a little lightning bolt, very tiny and thin, zipping around, and it is basically a nuclear button, like a nuclear winter option. No, what am I trying? Pyrrhic,
The nuclear option.
the Pyrrhic victory option.
Francois a dick.
Yeah,
Damn.
yes, it is set to sabotage if it is if the other spells fail. This is the most buried spell. It is like the lowest level spell.
Mm-hmm.
If everything else fails, it kills the dragon.
It's pretty based, I'm not gonna lie. Francois is my kind of wizard. John the player.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed
Right.
this option. I
With-
enjoyed
with
this
that-
quite a bit, Apollo. Thank you.
With that last question, I will remove my hand from the crystal, step back for a minute, collect myself, and inform the party of what I found. Tell them this dragon will remain here
All right.
until we find a way to break through the magical defenses. If we try to shatter the crystal, even if we are successful, the dragon will die. We must break through the defenses first. Maybe the best way to find out how to do that is to speak to Francois.
And we cut to me.
Yeah. I was gonna say, so with your detect magic up, you can, with any particular like dispel magic or like any particular attempts you make to target specific spells, you can do that because you can identify individual spells and kind of like how they are orbiting around or etched into this crystal magically. Whereas otherwise, like if you had like attempted to use your dagger to let's remove all the magic, they are all the spells are intertwined in such a way that would have been fucking awful. Like that just would have, I wouldn't have had you rolled because it just would have been a terrible outcome. Well, I might have had you roll for how terrible it was. Anyway, let's cut to Wick. Is this going to be a quick one? We're getting close to our midpoint. Cool.
It might even be the cliffhanger on which we take our break. An hour or so later, I've re-engaged my spells, specifically one known as Contact Spirits. And
Great.
I am going to try to cast that now, if you don't mind. May I?
Yes, please.
Alright, we pass for once. Never when I need it. Alright, Contact Spirits. I name Francois the Abundant. And want to pull that creature's soul through the planes just close enough to speak to me. It is bound to answer any one question you ask to the best of its ability.
Okay. All right. We will chat with Francois the Abundant on the other side of our break. We will be right back. We are back with Song of the Ravenlands. We are outside, not inside the cave anymore. So I'm gonna play our. Oh God, I should play something very interesting.
Salsa music. Let's do it.
Nice.
Rat battle.
You want me to play a salsa? Yeah, rat battle. That's good.
We are rats. We're just
Okay.
two rats living in the moment.
I have Wizard Tower. No, not Wizard Tower. I want Witch Mountain.
Okay, I can dig it.
That's a little too battle for me.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's in my
It's
battle
matter.
music.
Oh my God, this is so good.
What does this magic look like? What does it look like for Wick to call
My
forth
eyes
this
begin
spirit?
to bleed, and then they reopen with a red film above them. As I peer into the void, dragging the soul from the shell that protects the planet or whatever.
Where are you staring into the void? Like, is that through your blade? Is that, do you create a space, like a pocket or a tear?
I don't know, man. I just see. I see things
Oh,
now.
okay.
My eyes are special. I have two eye things. They're evil. I didn't think this through, Nick.
I need you to, though, because this is actually very important.
Come on.
Alright, magical sword comes out. That's my arcane focus. I stare into its eldritch runes, which suddenly sheen over with a blackness stars begin to light up, reflecting the night sky above us, because it is nighttime when we came here. And I look into the reflection, hoping to see a Voldemort or something.
Yeah. Okay. So there in the night sky, there are still 3 red stars. Like,
That's fine.
for the last month and a half, those have still been there. Those 3 that appeared during the one night fighting the Veilers. You see on your blade, the stars, one by one on your blade, begin to all turn red. And then lines are drawn between each of them, like constellations. And then those lines begin to splinter and crack. And at one point, one edge of your blade, or one of the faces, the blade begins to like implode and fall away into the blade, and there is a void there. And rushing out of the void is the spirit of Francois the Abundant. And this ghastly form just comes like missiling, you know.
I try to grab it before it just takes off.
Whoa!
Escapes. I want to physically restrain the ghost. Oh.
It is distinctly different from a ghost, but it is very ghostly in nature. You have called forth Francois the Abundant. You have bound me to you in this moment, wizard. What do you ask of me?
I want to know how to get the dragon out without killing it.
You fool! You attempt to tamper with my hoard?
You are bound to answer truthfully.
I am.
Speak, spirit.
I am, and the truth will curse you. My magic knows no bounds. My magic is untamperable. Months I spent laboring, putting it together, finessing it like clockwork. And you? You are no clockmaker. I can tell by your pitiful magic. There is nothing
I count through falling sand. I'm a sand hourglass man.
You could undo all my spells in 50 years with much practice and devotion to your spell weaving. And even then, you may die nonetheless. I ensured it in life. You may try and untangle my spells, one by one.
I don't think he answered the question.
He did not.
Okay.
I'm ordering him to tell me how I would do it. Not if... I'm not asking for his professional opinion.
Right.
I think his answer was untangle my spells one by one if you can.
Yeah, that's one. And he says, or with this strange blade, perhaps its magic might be strong enough, but certainly not you.
What's the order? Red wire, blue wire?
Yeah, he basically... I mean, well, that's another question. Well...
It's true. Does he really want to escape back into the void? I'll let him possess a rat if he wants. I can bargain.
No.
You a necromancer now?
He does want to bargain. I'm just trying to determine what he wants and what he would propose.
Would he want revenge for the one who killed him? Probably Worm, seeing how...
Okay, this is like the 1 in a million spirit that calling is super complicated.
What if we jam him inside of like a puppet?
Or a soul stone. Give me your brother.
What if we just find out where he's buried?
Oh yeah.
Speak with him that way.
Speak to me, spirit.
He does offer you a bargain. he says he wants to ride along with you. He wants not to possess you, but he wants to possess you. He wants...
I'll let him possess the Moss family sword.
Oh.
It's magical, it's a container.
Ooh.
It could act as a,
Who the fuck are the Moss family? They sound like
I
a bunch of foul, smelly, dank weed mongers.
You're not gonna hear disagreement from me, man.
Is the sword...
Also,
Show me the sword.
I show him this beautiful, magnificent blade. I'm dual wielding once more. I don't even know what the sword is made out of. It's probably some like crazy moon steel or some bullshit.
Yeah,
that
we've
found.
described it as like it'll glow blue. I mean, it's a
Didn't
lot.
it come from this cave actually?
No,
No?
not this particular cave. No.
Okay. I'm remembering some cave that we found it in the long year or whatever.
The Quiet Year, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
I think it actually did. I think this is the cave where they found it.
Shannon, did you say there was a sword in the cave?
Yeah.
Let me
that
look
was
at-
like the last.
Let me
thing,
look at the
right?
Quiet Year really
Yes.
quickly.
Am I
Then let me-
gaslighting us all?
no,
Maybe.
I
I
feel
don't
like
know if
there
you
is.
are, but the nice thing is I actually have notes.
I also took a lot of notes. Magic
I took
sword in
none.
the mines? I wrote down in the mines.
That doesn't seem right. Do we have the map?
Yeah, where's the-
Yeah, I have.
We drew on it, right?
Yeah.
We wrote down minerals next to it.
Well, we're in the cave with the minerals, right?
Wait,
Yes,
hold on.
this is that cave.
Nice.
Also-
maybe
Well,
it
see,
is
look, there's a
actually-
sword right
Oh,
here.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gaslighting.
Oh,
us, I'm
sorry, chat. I need to. So this
Too
Oh
is
many
god, did I
caves.
draw that? I think I did.
this is the mineral cave,
Yeah.
which is what we're in now.
Oh, it's the book I was thinking of. That's the.
Oh yeah,
Weird
that
map.
that made those people explode when they tried to read out of it.
Nope. That was over here. The magic runes.
Oh right. The book was on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah.
That book was in this cave.
Okay, cool. But I don't take notes, guys. I'm glad I remembered sword and cave. So I guess it's completely new. And I really like being reminded how many contempt tokens I had.
Oh man.
So fucking many.
Too many.
I'm
Okay.
contemptuous. It's a beautiful thing, right? No, maybe dwarf
That?
made or
That
Curious
sword?
though.
It all comes full circle, I suppose. I will possess your sword. And you will let me ride along until I can find a way to return to life. And
Okay.
and when I do, you will be finally rewarded, my young wizard.
Out of curiosity, if I stab this magic sword with you in it into the torso of a god, would that bring you back?
There's only one way to find out.
All right, we're making a wizard bargain.
Nice. I'm curious about the sword that I possess, which was the Veiler's, the Archveiler's sword. Like,
It's-
is it similar in nature to the sort of sword that Wick
It's not.
possesses?
It's the one that spouts out of my chest, not the
Yeah.
Not the
god.
No,
black one,
no
okay.
one has asked this yet, but the Archveiler's sword is very similar to the Veiler's knives, which is frighteningly similar to Wick's blade.
Yeah, no one asked.
You
We
ex-
just
you
I
express it
know.
out
it.
loud?
So my sword is somewhat similar in nature to Wick's
Yeah,
sword.
yours. Well, so Wick, describe what it looks like it's made out of and how, like.
Mine is a sinister black metal blade that does not have straight edges. It's just this jagged, twisted thing of metal that is
Huh.
more akin to like a spike.
Or obsidian,
rather-
maybe?
Obsidian, glass,
Yeah.
some sort of like unworked iron.
Yeah. And so the key difference is that all of the Veiler's equipment is forged and smooth.
Yeah.
Where,
Okay.
but they share the same blackness, and I think, I don't know, before this moment, have we seen your blade turn red, Wick?
Only with fire.
Yeah, okay. Well, we see it now, like the same constellation symbols, and they all turn red as all this magic took place.
So does his spirit jump into like the hilt or pommel of the blade?
I think he does like a sexy slide down the blade,
Oh,
and his like ecoplastic tongue is just licking the blade and stretching the length of his body as he just dives and shrinks towards the hilt.
Oh, it's like the Finn sword. This is great.
And he definitely has both hands like holding onto that hat that Andy
his
drew
hat
on it.
stayed with him.
Yes, it's been he showed up in his full glory. He's definitely grinding on the blade with that bulge too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very
Cackling.
erotic and disturbing.
Why is he humping the sword?
It
That
doesn't
can't be
matter.
comfortable for anyone.
Okay, so we're gonna break the spells, free the dragon, and then he's gonna ride along with us for the rest of this campaign.
To be
Is that the
clear, I will not help you free the dragon.
Why not?
It is mine.
Well, it's gotta get experience somehow.
It will get experience when I deem it necessary.
Okay, look, Chief, we made a deal here. You're gonna help us do this, or I'm gonna shatter you, or just throw you back into the void. You made the bargain. You didn't have to. Now, do you want to help me kill
Hold
a
on,
god?
John, what were your terms?
Free the dragon, or else.
I don't remember you saying that.
What do you remember?
I might be
saying?
gaslighting. I don't remember you saying anything other than you will let him
We
possess
make
your
a
sword.
bargain.
Yeah, he'll possess the sword and he'll reward you when he becomes free. When he comes back to life.
Do you want me to break the Moss family sword right now, Nick?
Sure.
We hand waved us actually doing the bargain. You jump. What? Come on, man.
Okay.
When have I
Seems like
ever?
you need to do that scene right now.
I'm trying to, but now I'm being disengaged upon.
Okay, hold on. I mean, I don't, sorry, if I misrepresented the bargain, let's back up a moment, because he is not interested in letting you have his shit.
Okay, then he gets the void for all eternity.
Okay.
This is the bargain, right? It's a negotiation. We give and take.
Okay.
Why would you give nothing? 'Cause
I give him a
make
body.
you take the
What?
dragon.
You don't give him a body. You give him an item to possess.
Vessel.
He
Yeah.
wants a body. He's gonna
We
get a
give
body.
him the opportunity to return himself to life in exchange for all of his like shit that he accumulated while he was still alive.
So he is parlaying
That's the
with
bargain.
you, Wick. He is saying, let me possess your sword until I can figure things out, and I will greatly reward you when I come back.
I don't work in future favors.
How about a show of faith? Help us free the dragon.
You're not here. Sorry.
This is
That's
only
fine.
Rick.
I'm dealing with
Okay.
John,
Look,
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Wizard, we know how this works.
Sorry.
This isn't the first bargain you've made. You want give, I want take.
It most
So that
certainly
you
won't
can
be the
one day-
last.
Take advantage of me sometime in the future. It's fine. I understand the game. But you're a ghost who I have summoned. I can easily throw you back. Do you want to be my little pet sword for a little while? In exchange for your maybe dragon that I'm probably gonna have to kill anyway?
You
Or
want
do you
me
want
to
eternal
release the
damnation?
dragon so you can kill it?
Maybe.
You take me for a fool. I worked incredibly hard in life. Labors that you could never comprehend to put that dragon where it is now.
Look where it got you.
It is
You're
not
a
the
corpse.
dragon who got me here. I feel your magic waning. You can't toss me back so much as you're not strong enough to keep me here unless...
back into the void.
You son of a bitch! Okay, give me a defy danger.
I would love to.
He actually has some control here.
He has no control. He's a ghost.
He has contingencies upon contingencies upon contingencies.
He's a ghost.
You
What
don't
do
think he
want?
would have prepared his soul for death?
Do you want charisma?
Yes, I want charisma.
Fucking hell. Are you for
Experience.
real?
Ouch.
Mark-
Hey,
Fucking
XP.
possessed.
Mark XP Wick.
Can I invert my classes
really?
and become a 6-level wizard? 5?
Not
Really
quite.
should be Mark XP Francois.
Oh, snap.
Very true.
Nick, what happens?
I am
Nick,
I am
what
deciding. Let me look at my
This is
list here.
Unbelievable.
Would you like Shannon and I to have a scene while you start thinking?
No, I need to resolve the tension of the scene
Fair
before we
enough.
move on. Use a monster danger location, reveal an unwelcome truth, no, deal damage, use up their resources, turn their move back on them.
Ooh.
Am I going to hell? Hell yeah.
Are you going to be like thrown into the void?
Miss you.
Send me to the
Be there
void.
shortly.
For the love of God, do it.
Show a downside to their class, kin, or equipment. I don't even know what the fuck your kin is, so
Nobody does.
I transcend racial boundaries.
I don't think that's how it works.
How it works in his mind.
Greg, I'm getting yeeted to space, baby!
Yeah, Greg, he just tried to summon a very powerful wizard spirit who died a long time ago, but that wizard had contingencies.
I go into the sword.
No,
Hell yeah.
no, I cannot
That's
take...
the first character I pitched, actually.
It actually is. John, are we playing this character after all?
I think I am this character. Give me to Lynn. I'll become Lynn.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
It's all coming full circle. Truly.
I am going to be modifying one of your moves in the future, but he leaps into you.
Oh my god.
He possesses you as like you attempt to push him into the void, and you find like with this particular spell you don't have as much control as you expected. This is not the way the spell works. You let them in, and the magic works for an amount of time. You do not get to say when a spirit leaves or not. That is how this spell works. And you've been possessed.
Wait, what?
What part
That's
do you need?
fine. No, this is all perfectly fine.
Okay.
I'm fine with this.
He resides within you somehow. Not your sword, you.
Right.
So does that mean...
Okay, how many things
Wick is still
he
there.
dealing with, actually?
Yeah, like,
Because
so
we
is
got
Wick still there?
Vale, we got Rust.
Does he run away screaming the moment he gets in there?
Like, there's a weird fairy thing that I'm being kept alive by. We got at least 3 other contenders for my hot fae body right now.
Everybody
Is this
wants
wizard-
you. You're just the big
Is
man
this
on
wizard-
campus.
Jesus Christ, I feel so loved right now and full.
Okay.
Yikes.
Well,
All right.
Yikers.
actually, this may work out great in the future.
All right. You have called a spirit, and eventually your sword puts itself back together. The parts that imploded return. The stars, the cracks begin to heal. The lines disappear. The stars fade. And your blade is once again itself. You don't feel any particularly different, but you experienced Francois dive into you. And you don't know what to make of that.
I don't think I do either. I'm a very confused man right now.
All right. Well, we will leave Wick and John stunned here, and we'll return to the cave. Merrick and Cacophony and Basil, who is helping out. What do you do? What's going on here?
I think I turn to Cacophony and Basil and say, now that we've learned what needs to be done, we need to find more about how we can do it. Seems we have defenses that we can break through. Maybe we need to get a little bit more information about Francois. Maybe get something of power that he had and use that to channel and focus our attacks on the defenses, if we want to break this dragon out.
Oh, like a magical thumbprint to like unlock his.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, if this is his hoard, if this is his cache of goodies, then I mean, are we like in the entryway, or like are we like way in the
point?
Yeah, like, but like, are there more like paths to follow within the cave? Like, should we go looking for more treasure, for more stuff?
Why don't you go looking to see what you can find, and I will come and see if I can detect anything magical once you find it.
Okay, I'm gonna scout about within the cave and see if there's any other interesting looking items without actually touching anything because it's probably all cursed.
Watch out for the crystals.
Yeah. I'm gonna like hold my feathers closer to my body as I like tiptoe on my bird legs through the cave.
Give me a discern realities, please.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Puppies want to come inside. Come on. That is an 11. Well done.
God damn.
Good rolls tonight, except for you, John.
Brew. An average night.
What you get to ask 3 questions, take +1 forward when acting on the answers. What happened here recently? What is about to happen? What should I be on the lookout for? What here is useful or valuable to me? Who is really in control here? And what here is not what it appears to be?
Ooh, definitely what here is useful or valuable to me first.
Yes. So there appears to be it's really hard to tell with the shape of this really kind of tall cave system. It's like very narrow, but it is also very tall. And as you are like glancing up, you know, it's very dark, but you spot what looks like a little kind of hidden like cave up above. Like there's a little, it looks like just a pocket at first, but you, with your ability to fly, you just like hop on up there and you see that there is yet another tunnel.
Dope. Okay. I'm gonna shimmy down the tunnel and start checking things out. What here is not what it appears to be.
Oh.
Is it Wick?
They're
Wick,
behind you, like the alien.
as you leap up into this ledge, Wick comes walking in the cave system.
Oh gosh.
He is holding his blade. And he's got a smirk on his face that looks very uncharacteristically Wick. I don't know if you've ever seen Wick smile. I don't know if anyone has ever seen Wick smile.
He's deeply sad.
He is smiling, and it looks...
Oh, yuck.
It just looks... A smile does not belong on that face.
Don't do it. I'm scared.
And his eyes, so he walks into the cave and you're like in darkness, but his eyes immediately look up at you, like in your direction. You're not sure if he can see you, but his eyes he glances up at this hidden cave and he smiles.
Oh.
Your next question should be, what is about to happen?
It absolutely is what is about to happen.
Do you want me to answer that?
Yes, I would love for you to answer that, John.
I think if we had an initiative button, we'd be rolling it right now.
Yeah. Wick points his blade towards Merrick's back and Basil. And he looks like he's about to cast Fireball.
I'm going to shriek. I'm going to give out like a terrifying crow shriek. Like a blood-curdling banshee shriek to warn Merrick.
Give me
and Basil.
Give me Defy Danger Charisma with +1.
Why you do? You know charisma is not my strong. Why you do?
Hang on. Hold on. Let me look at Wisdom really quickly again. Isn't that the willpower one? Wisdom. Come on, game. Where do you define wisdom? Okay. Yeah, give me that Defy Danger Wisdom.
Oh, okay. I don't.
And I'm going to engage our combat music.
You stumble.
Okay.
Okay, let me cue the music here. Are we doing rap battle here?
This is the rap battle.
This is the rap battle, for sure.
What if she stops the spell, but actually gets stabbed by the feint instead?
You stumble, hesitate, or flinch, the GM will offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. So here, you realize you're not going to be able to call it out in time, but you are fast. Like, we know you are a fast diver, and you have the high ground. You can take the hit yourself. Or,
Die again?
The fireball.
Hold on. I need
2d6?
This is the trouble. Okay. It is a success, but it comes with a cost. You stumble, hesitate, or flinch, the GM will offer you a worse outcome. Okay.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can take the hit.
I'm chaotic. I leap into danger without a plan. That's my
fair.
whole alignment.
Okay.
So
You want me to roll the 2d6?
Yeah,
like
John, you are playing Francois the Abundant in your body.
Why don't you go ahead and suffer 10, ignoring armor, Cacophony?
So a 9, so take 9 damage.
No,
Ignoring
ignoring armor.
What's that?
You have no armor.
I have 1 armor.
I might have a battle map for this. Let me look really quick.
Would you like the spell? This is...
Okay, hang on. I've got a battle map here. Let me move this to
Okay, so I take 10 damage. All right, I'm at 11.
It's finally happening. All of the art.
Oh,
I'm at 11.
that's the wrong token. Hang on, I gotta grab your other token.
Do I do any damage to him?
Hang on.
knocking him
I am
off
setting up the map. Give me a moment.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all.
Here, I can drag my own token. There you go.
That's the wrong token, though.
Why is my token not changed?
It's gotta be the Francois token.
He's changing it right now.
I need to set a new default token for your...
Oh,
Okay.
the little skeletons. This is cute. John, did you make this one too?
No. But I recognize this.
Oh, you have an avatar, which is correct, and a default token. Let me set the default token to the correct thing.
I recognize this map because I think Greg used it.
Yeah.
Who did?
Greg.
In the Land Beyond the Mist. Greg
Yeah,
used it.
yeah, this is a 2-minute tabletop map.
I see.
Yeah. So, okay, now you can drag it on.
Okay, I'll drag it on just for you, baby.
Woo! And then we need Merrick in there. Sorry, I can get you on there. Funk. All right. Okay, so this is the way it works, John, as GM of this game. You don't make moves. You simply describe what might happen, like what is about to happen, and you let the players respond. So,
am I taking over?
Cacophony gets fireballed. Like, Cacophony shouts out as she's soy diving into the path. Merrick, you turn and see the Cacophony has just been lit up. Feathers are scorched. She just tumbles onto the ground. Basil shouts from behind you. Wick has turned on us! He's betrayed the party! And he, like, draws his bow.
I look with my eyes of detect magic. Are they still active?
Yes.
What do I see when I look at Wick?
You see an ethereal hat on his head in the shape of Francois the Abundance hat.
Oh, man.
I will yell out,
There-
he's possessed!
There's also an ethereal bulge.
I was going to say, is there a
in his
bulge?
nether
I feel like
regions.
that's part of the appeal.
Wick
you know?
notoriously does not have genitalia, so it makes perfect sense.
It does.
He's possessed! And he has balls! Quick, hurry! To action!
Okay.
Varric will rush forward and try to put himself between the party and Wick and raise his big tower shield and try to hold him back while the others act.
Okay, give me a defend.
Wonderful.
Nice. So you get these three throughout the scene. Nice. What does Wick do next?
Do I have all of my spells? Has he hijacked like all of my potential here? Because Fireball was not prepared.
He has his own spell list, Wick.
Oh,
so
gosh.
you just describe what you do. It like anything. Just describe what is about to happen.
I think while Cacophony and Merrick soy dives for me too. I think he just would attack them with two swords, one in each hand here.
Yeah.
Because he is the superior warrior and could destroy all three of these people.
Yeah.
Bring the goat too.
Yeah, I think Francois would target Merrick.
He would?
I think so, yeah. Like, he just lit up this fucking Selkie who's tumbled onto the ground.
Would it not make more sense to kill the Selkie?
No. The Selkie's on the ground. Who gives a shit about her?
Then I guess my words have no merit here. Okay.
Okay.
Why are you trying to kill me, Wick?
Well, mechanically also.
We had a moment.
Defending the Selkie, to let you know.
Okay, you wanna target Cacophony?
I have two swords. Whichever one, just do what you want to do, Nick.
Okay.
Cacophony is prepared to
If
defend
I can't
herself.
attack twice, then what's the point?
Go ahead. Do you have a move that lets you attack twice?
No.
Okay.
There's no such thing.
Roll damage.
There is
Please.
such thing. Basil has it.
8.
All right.
It depends on the sword, but the sword. Tell me which sword that I use.
This is the black blade.
This ignores 2 armor.
Merrick, take 8 minus 2 armor.
I will have the damage's effect with one of my hold.
Okay, take 4 damage minus 2 armor.
That means I take 1 damage.
Hold on. Sorry. How much armor do you have? Oh, you have 5 armor?
I have 5 armor now.
Oh my god.
True.
Yeah, so this strange looking wick cuts through your defenses and like goes to just run you through, and your armor just like stops the blade. And Wick looks very displeased at this. His smile disappears. and then he like steps back for a moment, tosses the other blade, the Moss family blade, in the air, spinning, catches it, and gets ready to attack again. And he's smiling once again.
I would like to expend one more hold, leaving me with one left, to open the attacker up to an ally, opening up to Cacophony.
Okay, what does that look like?
I will take my tower shield after the blade slips past it and push him backwards and try to stagger him back a little bit to his right to give her a little opening to come in from the side. I know she goes for the ribs.
I do.
John, give me a hoo-hoo.
We couldn't hear it. Try
I
one more
didn't
time.
hear it.
Are you muted?
Your mic will not allow it. It's too toxic.
Am I muted?
No, you're not.
Oh, I can hear you now.
It won't pick up hoo-hoo. My sound filter's
There you
too strong. Hoo-hoo!
There we go. Perfect.
All right. Basil, waiting ever patiently, has been holding back his arrow, waiting for this moment. Cacophony, what are you doing?
I don't want to kill him, but I think,
Yes.
do I do shoot first?
Oh!
I'm never caught by surprise. When an enemy would get the drop on me, I get to act first instead.
Well, that would have been if
You
he... Yeah, you did. You saw him coming, and you reacted, and you took the hit.
How dare you?
I'm
All
sorry.
right, then I do cheap shot.
Okay, what does that look like? Because you got, like, burned and tumbled to the ground.
Yeah.
Give us some
So
imagery.
I think that Cacophony, like, is singed, like, everywhere. I think that her feathers are burned. I think she's fucking pissed off because she's a very vain creature, and she takes great care with what it is, like, with her appearance. So she's, like, extra super pissed. And while she might not have tried to kill Wick before, she definitely is going to try to kill him now. So I think that she's going to get her blade out, and I think that she's going to, like, come at him from behind while he's focused on Merrick.
Which
Okay.
one? Which
Well, you have
blade?
armor, right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think, like, do I use the Veiler's sword, or do I use one of my daggers and try to...
I don't know.
Well, isn't your dagger just your claw? Or do you actually have daggers?
I have daggers as well.
Oh, okay.
My claws were, like, I guess, yeah, like, they're used kind of, like, interchangeably, I guess, like, for whenever I'm disemboweling something. But I actually do have daggers. But, okay. So if I use, so he's got 2 souls inside of him right now. If I use the Veiler's sword, like, maybe it'll kill Francois.
Make a decision.
This is what he was talking about.
Uh-oh.
Choice.
Yeah, I mean, is Cacophony hesitating here, or does she act?
No, I think she acts. I think
or
I'm
is
gonna
this-
use the I'm gonna feel really bad. I'm gonna use the Veiler's sword, and I'm gonna stab him.
Okay. I think that
Wick has a moment of lucidity.
open
Where's the vote now?
open up the attacker to an ally, giving that ally +1 forward against the attacker. I like the idea that this can open up your backstab move. But I don't think you get the +1. I think instead you just get to use backstab if you want. So when you attack a surprised or defenseless enemy with a melee weapon, you can either choose to deal your damage or roll +dex to gain the potentially gain the benefits below. So
Well, he's like a tank, so damage isn't gonna.
Only one way to find out.
well, your
Yeah.
cheap shot does give your backstab additional damage.
You
That's
deal
true.
more damage than anybody else except for Wick.
Okay,
why
then
I
yeah, I'll
don't
do that.
Are
I'll do cheap shot.
Uh,
Wait.
So cheap shot augments your backstab, and just no matter what, you get an extra d6. But you need to choose between just like rolling damage or rolling to get. Remember, you can like if you succeed, you can get like multiple benefits. If you look down here at the
Scared.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We'll roll the dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll backstab.
I'm scared. This sucks.
Get a 12. I'm
You
feeling
actually
12.
you do have a +1 here because of your discern realities.
Oh.
You are acting
Okay.
on the answers. So that's a 9.
10.
That's a
What?
10.
It's a
That-
10.
That's a 10 plus because you have +1 from discern realities.
Okay.
So you
I feel
get
better.
you get to choose 2.
Hang
Hmm? What's up, John?
I just don't know how discern realities works, I guess.
So discern realities lets you ask questions, and then you get +1 bonuses to rolls when acting on the answers.
Is she acting on an answer?
Yeah, what was about to happen and what's not what it appears to be.
You.
Okay. Out of curiosity, does that just go for the whole encounter, then?
Oh no, it is +1 forward, not +1 ongoing.
I think he's right.
Oh yeah, so we did already spend your +1
On what?
on the defy
5.
danger.
Yeah. Like,
So
she
should-
would have a +1 if the shield went off.
Well,
Oh.
if it okay,
But
so
then she
hang on.
wouldn't-
So
yeah.
like, if it was a +1 on the defy danger,
then you should have had a 10.
then
Okay,
I
let's-
would have had
okay.
a clear shot.
Okay, let's give you the +1 here then.
Okay.
So choose 2. You don't get into.
Wait, you did have the +1 on the defy danger, though.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, 3
Did I?
+ 5 + 1.
Oh,
Oh.
the wisdom.
Wisdom. You have 0 wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, so that you did add the +1 there.
I did. You're right.
Okay.
Okay.
I lied.
You get to choose one then, instead
Yeah.
of choosing multiple.
Yes.
That's how this works, Nick?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
choose 1. You don't get into melee with them. You deal your damage +1d6. You create an advantage +1 forward to you or an ally acting on it, or reduce their armor by 1 until they repair it.
I have
Create
a lot
an
of
advantage
armor.
+1, for I don't know myself. No, for Merrick. I feel like I'm not gonna do well in this fight. Or Basil.
Yeah, Basil is shooting. I was gonna roll a shot here as well.
Okay, +1 for Basil.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. They are going. That's a 10 because they have
That's a
+1. So I believe that is just going to be deal your damage. That's an 8.
8 damage?
Yeah.
That's a max roll.
Nice. I suffer 3.
Okay.
Did Cacophony do damage to me?
No.
No damage?
I didn't roll damage.
Oh, or... Okay. I understand now.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So these 3 Francois are acting in concert with one another. How do you handle
Yeah.
it?
Well, we don't target the tank because that's silly. And it looks like Cacophony's the only one next to me. So unless Francois has a spell to incapacitate these guys, Wix is stabby man.
You could attempt to cast a spell to subdue them, but they're gonna get a chance to react.
Well, I won't. Francois just does things, right?
Yeah, but we would say like Francois looks like he's like casting a spell. What do you do? Is how we would frame that. Because we always want to give the players an opportunity to.
I'm playing with like half a character. I don't know what you want from me, Nick.
I just want you to have fun. Like, open it up. What do you think
What
Francois would
I
do?
want to know what to
Declare
do.
an action, John. Declare.
I
an
stab everybody to death,
Okay.
starting with the weakest.
Okay.
How dare you?
That is what I, John, and also Wick would do
Okay.
as a competent fighter.
All right.
Okay. I want to use. I want to defend, but I want to use one of my holds.
You don't have hold.
Yes, I thought I did.
Sh-
No.
Brian
I do.
has hold.
Damn it.
Brian is like standing there defending
This game is
you.
not meant for PvP.
Okay, fine.
Not at all.
Well, then defy danger.
Okay, so you, what does that look like? What are you doing as Wick starts striking in your direction?
I'm gonna fucking like back on out of there and try to like throw sand in his fucking eyes and like run away, like try to get out of his path.
Okay, give me a defy danger dex.
Hit a crystal.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Welcome to the 6 crew. Oh, I feel it so bad.
Mark XP cacophony.
I already did.
Yeah, as I described, it's a narrow room. There's not, I mean, despite what our map shows, it is a narrow room and there are crystals. Your instincts are right to back up, but you turn and you have this moment of hesitation because you know there's these cursed crystals behind you, and Wick's blades strike down at you. John, go ahead and roll damage.
Damn it.
Minimum -2 armor if you have any.
I have 1 armor.
Okay, then
Okay.
you suffer 3.
Yeah. Down to
I like
8,
to
y'all.
imagine you rolling
Gonna
so
die.
recklessly that I can't get a clean hit in.
Does she touch the crystals or does she just back up and get hit?
She was gonna back up, but she realized that would have resulted in getting cursed, so she just takes a jab.
I would like to cast a spell if I can.
Yes, please.
I would like to attempt to cure Cacophony's wounds.
Okay. Go ahead and cast your spell. Puppies.
Help.
Uncle John just gave you some Treatos.
7.
Ugh.
Hell yeah. So you cast the spell, but you have to choose one.
I'm going to draw unwelcome attention or put myself in a spot.
Damn it. Stop it, Brian.
Let's
Possessed too.
Sure.
Okay. You rush in between Cacophony and Wick. And I mean, you are defending after all, so you are in this spot where you are now the most obvious target.
Because I got a 7, though, I do get my spell off.
Yes, go ahead and heal Cacophony.
Cacophony will heal for 7.
Nice.
Oh man, that's awesome. Thank you.
And then I will yell out to Basil, Basil, he's possessed by something. I can see it.
What do you want me to
Hit him in the head.
do?
Where's Chives? Hit him in the head. Knock him out.
All right.
Yeah.
Good old chives.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Basil is going to fire another shot. Does his damage include Chives's damage? Add his ferocity to your damage. And Chives's ferocity is 1.
Oh.
So maybe it should have been 1 more damage last time. Oh no, because Chives didn't show up. I did not describe Chives
Chives isn't
helping.
here yet.
Yeah.
Is he coming now?
I think Chives just comes like stampeding down the tunnel.
50 cursed tribes. Oh no.
Yeah, it's your worst nightmare. And as Basil fires another shot,
Uh-oh. How much ammo do you have?
he's got, I think, a ton of ammo.
Doesn't he have the poison tipped arrows?
Yeah, I don't want to spend those
Bloodweed
though.
I make
That makes
bloodweed
sense.
one.
Okay, I'm gonna reduce his arrows by 1.
Okay.
Go ahead and take this plus 1. That's
Alright.
3 damage.
I take none.
Okay. All right. So Merrick is standing here in front of protecting this Selkie. Francois, what's the plan?
Well, how can I resist such a good fireball formation? I think we're gonna use our fireball sword to hit them both.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. Can I pull the Archveiler's staff out since I haven't been swinging my axe and try to absorb the spell?
Yes, please. Go ahead and roll that ability.
think I'm rolling plus int.
You are rolling plus int.
I don't know. I'm gonna click the staff. Does it actually roll it?
Oh my
It
God.
does roll it. Yep. I will fail.
Okay, you
What
are
happens when he fails?
Nothing happens. He marks XP and they take a fireball.
Okay.
Damn it. Can we not, like,
6,
jump out of the way?
ignore armor. I don't know if cacophony gets a reaction or anything.
No.
Okay.
You both take 6.
Merrick takes the full hit.
No, you
Yes.
both take.
We both take the full hit.
Yes.
It ignores armor, so my armor is worthless against a fireball.
Ooh,
I
I have found your weakness, Metal Man.
You have, sir.
I think you could, if you wanted to spend your last hold to protect yourself or cacophony with your defend, you could.
I'm not spending my last hold yet.
Okay.
He's got a plan.
All right. So you got further singed cacophony. What are you doing?
I'm fucking furious. I'm gonna hack and slash, and I'm gonna throw my daggers, my throwing daggers, and try to hit him like in a weak spot.
Okay, that is volley.
Volley. I'm gonna do volley, and I'm gonna hit him with my daggers in a weak spot.
My vessel is made of steel.
That's a 13. Nice.
I think I managed to get some through, Francois.
Oh, my eyes have already bled. Stab me.
Roll your damage, Shannon. Nice.
Great.
Oh.
Oh, my corneas are made of iron, it seems.
It must be that way. Yeah,
It
this
must
is
be.
like so frustrating. Okay.
This physical form is rather limiting.
Okay.
All right.
Somebody hit him in the head. Can we just like throw a big rock, or does Wick wear a helmet?
He doesn't usually, but his hair protects him.
I need to know, is Chives present at this point?
Yes, Chives has run up, but you all are in the way.
Is he behind Wick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
If he was outside.
Wonderful. I am going to, as the smoke from the fireball clears, change tactics. I am going to bull rush Wick and try to use Chives to tabletop him.
Oh hell
and
yeah.
knock him on his head.
Oh yes.
What does that mean?
Strength, my one weakness.
That means that Basil is going to aid or interfere with you.
Okay.
Oh.
That's a failure.
That's a failure, so he interferes.
No, that's
Oh, he just doesn't get anything? Okay.
that is how that works. It does. It
I
just
think
does
he
nothing.
shares your result.
Yes.
What happens if I roll aid or interfere in chat?
Only one person can aid or interfere with a roll in this system.
Damn it! All right.
Oh, in the chat, if you redeem points, you can. Yes, that is
I
different.
absolutely mess with the reality.
Yes,
It's time.
it is time to redeem those points.
I help myself. Oh god. This is
I
becoming
did.
too
How
meta.
did, what happened?
Nothing yet. It might be asking you to enter something.
With like a
Okay.
comment.
You must provide a message for this reward. I did it.
Type in "fuck John."
Oh,
Let's
know.
say, fuck you, John.
Success!
That is a success. Well done. For everyone that was listening, they heard a clip of John saying, "Oh, you know."
Okay, Nick. I'm
All right.
trying to tabletop him over top of Chives in the hope that I bonk his head and I break some of this reaction.
You
if
have
I have to, I will take my magical shield and drive him into the ground. My magical shield with special properties that I don't know about yet. Maybe it can do something with the magic. I don't know. I'm
Ooh.
gonna try. What am I rolling for?
This is
Defy danger, strength. As I
Yeah,
try to knock
yeah,
him over, or
yeah,
Constitution
yes.
as I try to win the battle of wills, as I try to bowl him over. What?
I think it's defy danger strength.
Okay.
Brood, help me.
oh my god.
That's a
God.
Nope. Aid, 7.
7. The GM will offer you a worse outcome, a hard bargain, or an ugly choice.
Could have just taken experience, man.
Yeah, I'll get experience somehow.
Yeah, so you can knock him over, but he's gonna get a hit in on you.
That's fine. I'll take a hit.
All right. So the way that fictionally, or mechanically, the way that this works, now that you've been tabletopped, Wick, or Francois, you are what's considered stunned, and you cannot act until that is, either for the round or until you deal with it, or someone else deals with it. How this will, so in the system, it describes a condition called stunned, where you either temporarily or permanently just cannot act because of the fictional position of your character until either you deal with that, and all you can do to act is describe how you deal with being stunned. So by being tabletopped, you have to deal with that first. Is basically what it means.
Can't. Well, I don't get a turn. It's the thing.
Yeah, that's what it means, is you don't get a turn.
No, I mean, I don't get a turn anyway.
I know.
I react, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can describe what you're doing, but you've been knocked on the ground.
Real question is, when he hits his head, does Wick get a chance to regain control?
Ooh.
That'd be really super sick.
Yeah, Wick, give me a Defy Danger Wisdom here.
Not charisma.
Oh, charisma. Yes,
charisma.
Charisma,
sure.
Sorry.
There we go.
That's a
Yes.
14.
There we go.
As you knock your head, as Wick's head is knocked, there is a oh, and Wick, there's a moment here where you take possession again.
Wick,
Am I
snap
fully
out of it.
I'm fucking fine. Get off me. Jesus.
What the hell is wrong with you? You tried to kill us.
What?
Do
You
you
sounded
see
like
that
that-
I'm on fire?
Is she on fire?
She is smoldering.
I am smoldering. I'm smoldering.
I hold him on the ground. What happened to you?
I
Sounded like that stupid ass
contacted-
wizard.
Yes, I did. I thought it would be smart.
But you've still got Francois inside of you.
I eat the sword.
What did we learn, Wick?
Okay, he's
All right,
not answering
if
fast
he
enough.
doesn't
Let's
answer,
tie this
I
guy
put
up.
him on the ground.
I don't know if I did learn anything from that.
I refuse to let him up until he answers. That
Let's
takes
get
a while.
some
It's
rope.
fine.
Let's tie him up.
Yeah, I left
Let's
all
make
my
sure-
adventuring gear back in town because you guys said you couldn't fucking carry it. We don't have rope.
I think I do. I have adventuring
Oh.
gear.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, check me out with adventuring gear. Clicking on it and whatnot.
Wait,
There she
wait.
goes.
Hang on, wait. He's a
Nope.
sexy wizard. This may turn him on.
No,
Don't tie me up.
it's happening.
Woohoo!
Oh my god, am I repossessed?
No, that's just me being silly.
Oh,
And
okay.
you had me ready to argue for you there for a second.
I mean, he is a sexy battle.
Oh my god.
So we're making sure that he can't use his hands. Maybe we put some around his mouth so he can't say any spells. I don't know.
Actually, you can't tie me up because Merrick's on top of me. So you want to tie us both up? Ooh. Maybe Francois still is in control, guys.
You don't know
Merrick,
what
give me a kiss, why don't you?
you don't know what Cacophony's into. Quit trying
I
to.
so want to hit you in the head again, but that will bring the wizard back out. Just shut up and
Well, if you know it's me, then tell Bird Lady to chill out.
no,
No,
you
we're-
just fireball
no.
the two of us. You're sitting
No.
there tied up for a while.
I can
until we're
fireball
sure.
you regardless if I have my hands free.
And that threat right there makes me not want you to. Makes me not care.
I'm gonna just jam a handkerchief in his mouth and then put the rope around it, and then I'm gonna put some
I
cover his
defy
eyes
danger.
up. And
I'm being sexually harassed. I refuse to accept this.
it doesn't. It's
fuck.
happening.
I want to slither out, ApolloNik.
It is a partial.
I'm gonna flip him over and step on his back, and he can make an opposed
I'm
strength.
being
check to try and
god
beat me.
modded and BDSM'd right now, Nick. Now I'm feeling super uncomfortable.
Wick is just wriggling and struggling against your attempts to restrain him, and he will not let
Too
you.
fast.
What happens if we throw Wick into one of the crystals?
I'll drag you with me.
I'm just saying. Maybe it'll slow Francois down.
Basil is just taken aback at this strange scene and the strange suggestions. He like looks back at the crystal with the dragon, and the dragon is like, the dragon's eyes are just looking everywhere but at the three of you on the ground.
All right.
Get off of me!
Wait,
Why are you being weird?
Wick, sit there. Don't move.
I've
Basil.
literally been passive this entire time. You
We
are
don't know
aggressing
when
on me.
Stop.
We don't know
Basil,
when Francois coming back.
if he moves, tell Chives to knock him in the head again.
Perfect.
Wick, sit your ass down.
Plop.
I stand.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Merrick, calm the fuck down.
You were possessed, sir.
And you tried to kill us.
Yeah.
You don't get to tell us
Okay.
to calm down.
If you
I
weren't
get to tell
possessed,
you to
then you
calm
were
down.
stabbing us. If you weren't possessed, Wick, then you're stabbing us, and we have a problem. A problem that we're going to solve right here and right now.
Okay, guys, it's been a blur for the past like 10 minutes.
Which is why
The
you
last
should
thing
stop
I
talking.
remember was trying to deal with the wizard. That did not go well. I take it.
Yeah, you
But
tried to kill us.
do you see that? Merrick, does Merrick see the hat? Is it detect magic still going? Because right now I'm being needlessly aggressed upon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good call. The hat's gone. The bulge is still there.
So it could come back at any time. You've got ghost
You don't know
junk.
anything, Cacophony.
You've got ghost junk. We're tying you up.
Wick,
You
it's
tried to
time for you
kill
to
us.
acknowledge
Why are you
something
trying to
here.
use my ghost junk, Cacophony? I know we had a heart-to-heart earlier, but calm down.
Everything
You're
about
grooming a
that.
child. I'm not that kind of man.
That's sexual
Wick.
discrimination right there.
Only
Yeah,
a person
I sure am.
who is as damaged as you would think that teaching someone to defend themselves was grooming. You prick.
Merrick, we have to talk
over
later
it.
about this situation, by the way.
We have to talk about many things, but I want you to observe right now. Take a look around you.
I'm just standing up.
Look at Cacophony. Look at the wounds on her side. Look at the singes on my armor and on her feathers. What do you think caused that, Vic?
What is your point? Can you just jump to that instead? Are you taking me as a threat?
Yes.
Your recklessness is a threat right now.
Okay, so
You
why
need
do you
to
still
talk.
want me here? Let's use some logic rather than just yell.
Because it's better to
Fair
have
enough.
you where we can see you.
Fair enough.
Better if you were tied up.
Where's your
You're-
logic?
Why don't we all
Trying
take
to-
some quick breaths, guys? I know I'm a scary man. I murdered many people, but
I'm gonna
still
kill
your
him.
boy.
I'm gonna kill him.
You think you can? Alone.
I'm gonna try.
I love that each of you in this episode have said you're going to kill the other.
I'm gonna kill him. That's it. All right.
I'm peaceful.
Yeah, now that you're not possessed, but we don't know when he's gonna come back. Don't you understand what a danger you are to everybody else?
Why don't I just leave then?
Oh Jesus! 'Cause then it's like you're gonna wander off, and there's more danger because we're
Make
like
up
essentially setting
your
you
mind.
loose.
You
Just
still
allow
are
us to tie
incapable
you
of
up
making.
and incapacitate you.
I refuse.
Can we just knock him on the head again?
No.
Can we knock
that's
him
more
out?
dangerous. That's more dangerous than letting them alone. I will try to heal Cacophony's wounds.
This
I counters.
freaking
No,
guy. This freaking guy.
I can't even. Calm
What are you?
down.
Sorry, I missed what you're casting.
I will heal Cacophony's
Oh,
wounds.
okay, great.
and then John was like, Wick is like, counterspell.
Heal for 9, please.
Ugh.
Please heal for 9. I
John.
would then like to try and heal
Oh,
my
thank
own
you.
wounds.
Okay.
As long as Wick doesn't try to interfere.
Right?
No,
Fine.
I legitimately
So-
start walking away.
Fucking
Fair
funny
enough.
sometimes.
I'll let him walk away.
Oh, Mister, I'm in control all of a sudden.
I'll take -1 ongoing to cast a spell, and this will be the last one that I cast. Oh shit! I tried to use the up feature, but that, of course, immediately brought all the text of the template from the thing I just clicked. So give me a
Yeah.
minute.
Sure.
That interfere again from the chat? No? Okay. I have so many points. I don't know.
There we go. Heal myself for 10, back to full.
Nice.
And I was gonna heal good old Wick, but he walked away, so he can sit
It's
on
fine.
his damage.
I don't need. I don't
He's
need
got
it.
he's got like 4 damage or something. I stabbed him in the eyes and they like bounced off. It's very upsetting, the whole thing.
I'll wait until Wick has left the cave completely.
My
Then I'll turn.
content spirits.
What? I didn't
Hold
understand what
on,
you
don't
said.
interrupt my scene for the moment. And then you go contact spirits all you want. I'll turn to Basil and Cacophony and say, I don't know if we can trust him anymore until we deal with this issue.
How do
This
we get
Francois.
how do we get it out of him?
Well, that will take more time and preparation, but I want it done in a safe place where he can't turn around and try to murder us again. We should go back to the Hollows. I
So
know
he
we
can
have a
murder
mission-
everybody there?
He's unsafe anywhere. Better around friends.
Ooh, I
Hmm.
don't
Wait a
feel good
minute.
about that.
Maybe we take him to the orcs. If anyone can know how to
Oh,
get rid of a possession, it will be them. Maybe that is our next journey. Maybe that is their favor to us. And our favor to them is support.
this isn't something the elves can help with, right? Like this is not.
Maybe.
They have their own magics.
They do.
I'm going to pull Gorthank's diary out really quick. And I'm going to try to. Let me see here if I can actually use this or not. As I read the description again. Spout lore +1 when asking questions about communities in the Ravenlands. Would I know if the elves could help remove a curse?
Well, let's find out. Yeah, I did kill the music when the combat died. I wasn't sure where
I
we
will
were
attempt
headed.
to spout lore. And this is with a no longer a -1 forward for my armor. It is normal because I'm +1 on Gorthank's diary.
Okay.
I fail and find no information.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to find the music I had set aside for this cave. It's not.
Oh,
It's not salsa.
you could put on salsa.
I could put on salsa.
It's fine.
Oh my god. I'm like completely spacing on what song I was supposed to be using for this. Brian was the one that suggested it last week, I think.
Oh, you want dark and ominous tones?
It was Haunted. That's what it was. Here we go. There it is. Okay. Okay. So that's a failure. You are just kind of. We'll leave you here flipping through the pages of Gorthank's diary, kind of clueless as to what might happen. But, you know, it's an idea. Reach out to the orcs. Or the elves. Ooh. Well, I'll think about some possible information that you come across. But it may be nothing. Let's cut over to Wick outside. Hoo-hoo-hoo.
Moves his hair in the stars.
Wasn't
Hears
that
the
fun?
voice of Francois.
Delightful company you keep.
Not really.
Well, so here's the deal. You will help me reclaim my body, and I will not wreak havoc on you and your companions. Do we have a deal?
I resummon the black iron sword. It comes out of my gut painfully.
Some sort
I
of
stare into the stars.
some sort of trick up your sleeve.
No.
Do you even
You don't know
understand?
much about me, do you?
No. Do you know what those symbols mean on your blade? I think not.
No? Lets me kill people, though.
Certainly. Most certainly.
It's killed my best friend. My only friend.
Oh?
He was an elf. I killed him to stop him from making crazy magical bullshit.
And yet you wield this blade.
We shall see. If I turn this blade into my chest and, like, stab myself through the heart, would that instantly kill me? Or
Have
would
you
Vale?
ever tried to do that? Have you ever tried to hurt yourself with this blade?
No. I throw off the breastplate. You chose the worst host possible. I am willing to kill the only people I love for my beliefs. You think I'm not prepared to die? Is this a parlay?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, this is parlay.
All right, hang on. We're gonna go ahead and fuck. What do you mean the reward is on cooldown? I'm trying to get
I have limited how many of these can be used.
How
Fuck.
dare you?
You used it against me. I'm trying to
Nobody
kill
gaming
myself.
for you,
okay?
John.
True. Very true. Alrighty.
Somebody else, quick.
No,
Oh,
no,
that's an
like,
easy
no,
one,
it
man.
is like per stream, max 2.
Oh shit. Well, I rolled a 14 on my own. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Fine, fine, fine. I will play nice. No need to do anything rash. I will...
What will you do in exchange for me helping you? Why don't we actually talk for once?
What do you want?
I want to stop bad shit from happening. That's it. I don't want to enslave your dragon. I want it dead so it can't cause harm to others. That's it.
I have put so much work into acquiring that asset. And you would
Can
kill
you
it.
seal it forever?
It is sealed forever.
Will it be when you unleash it? When you gain your body back? What do you need the dragon for?
To slay my enemies.
I can
Power.
do that.
I have no enemies in this state. I am not a player on the board. I am merely a queen waiting on the sidelines. Waiting for a pawn to reach the end of the board. To be pulled back in once again. That is what I wish
attract
for.
the most ambitious but powerless men, don't I? This is just a running theme in my life.
You must be a tragic character in your story then.
No.
If I were to let you help you slay my dragon, what would I get in return? You know what I wish to become.
Yeah. I'd help in that, obviously. I'm not gonna lie, Chief. My path here? I'm on the docket to kill not just one, but 2 deities.
Really?
So if you can... Yes, really. That's the ultimate goal. Maybe more. Depending on if... Well, we'll talk about that later. But... if that can help you in some way, I will take your wizardly knowledge. And we can call it even Stevens once your dragon's dead. You get a body, you get to play again in our great, wonderful, terrible world. And if enemies pop up along the way, I'll take them out too. Fuck it.
You really don't know what this blade does, do you?
No. I don't.
Let me see the other side.
It's not like a spiral. I flip it over.
Okay, so you just turn it over and show him the whole thing?
Yeah, sure.
Do you know what happens every time you kill someone with this blade?
I'm going to assume a red star shows up in the sky.
In a sense.
And that lets Vale, the god of doom and sorceries, enter our world.
Oh, it is much worse than that.
Okay, well, spill the beans, Chief.
Outside of our world is nothing and everything. A world of ether without form, raw power. Potential. I believe it is what the gods made our world out of, what they were born into. And those stars up there, the night, the sky, it is all that stands between our world and that void. Every time you take a life, and with it, a soul, with this blade, you begin to poke holes in that barrier. Do you really want to see the world destroyed?
No. But I have hands for strangling. Different swords for stabbing.
You would do well to start slaying your enemies with your Must family blade. Was it Musk?
I don't care what you call it.
It was Musk.
Do we have an arrangement or not? Do we need to, like, get a piece of paper out?
Hearing what you have to say and think of your enemies and your attitude towards this blade, might be better off going back where I came from. This blade will destroy the world if you keep using it.
Understood.
I am going to think. We will talk again later.
All right.
Was there anything else you wanted to do out here?
I contemplate.
Okay. Been a lot of thinking this episode. Let's cut back into the cave then. Once again. What's up in here?
Merrick will slam the book shut and stuff it back in his pack. Nothing.
Oh, sorry. Let me consult my notes again. What is it you're trying to rid Wick?
I was trying to see if the elves have any way or any knowledge to remove curses or dispel spirits.
Yeah, so there is a faction of elves described in the book who are described as, like, the elves in general are described as, like, those who tend to nature. But there is an organization among them called the Golden Bough. And they are the druids. Like, they possess the strongest magic of the druids, or of the elves. Like, it is the most powerful nature magic. And a lot of it is used for, like, healing the forest, healing others, making like growing plants, like the way the dwarves use. So the dwarves, I don't think I've talked about this. The dwarves not only can there is a select few dwarves that can stone sing. Like, that is very rare. Less rare are dwarves who can literally, like, spontaneously create a little bit of dirt and stone, like, from their bare hands. It takes practice and concentration and magic. But some dwarves are capable of just creating the earth. And some of the druid, the Golden Bough magic, like, helps grow life. So they are very capable of really powerful stuff, and healing is among that. So perhaps exorcism of spirits is part of it too. So the Golden Bough may be able to help. What else? Cacophony, what are you up to in here?
I'm showing Basil and Merrick the ledge up above, like, where that I found that is, like, that has other swag in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or I thought Merrick was gonna do, like, detect magic, or to see, like, if there was anything going on that he could determine if there was, like, if it would be useful.
I can't get up there.
What if I, like, pull him up, get a rope? I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do an airlift.
Mm-hmm.
You can carry people for short distances.
Got it.
I will look down the tunnel and see what I can see.
Whoops, I think I just clicked a move. Yeah, so you detect some magical traps that they are mechanical in nature, you know, like jerry-rigged traps, but the effect is magical spells. So you can point them out to Cacophony, and Cacophony, if you would like to roll Tricks of the Trade and not use my 5 or 13, but roll it yourself, you might be able to disable those traps.
Okay, let's try. And then I die immediately.
10
no,
plus.
It worked.
You do it, no problem. You disable quite a few traps, and it is slow going. But up ahead, Merrick, you can, as Cacophony is working diligently on these traps, you see various, like a bookshelf, kind of with scrolls and books jammed in there, and there's a few trinkets on a desk in there as well.
Do they radiate magic?
Yeah, a couple of the trinkets do. None of the books, however.
Well, we might be stuck here for a while because I'm definitely going to want to look through this and see what I can find. But is that perhaps something we should be doing next week?
Yes, I will describe what you find next week.
Hmm.
Okay. All right.
As I look around the pile, do I see any large gems?
There is a very large elven ruby. We would recognize it as the same size as the other elder ruby.
Interesting.
Cacophony is struck with a desire to steal everything, but she doesn't know what she can touch. She's very frustrated right now. Like, she just wants to, like, put everything in all of her pockets, but she's just like, I will die. I can't do it.
Okay.
You've got a friend in me.
That is going to be the title of our episode. All right. Well, I think that's a good place to call it for tonight. We can go ahead and stop this creepy music.
Oh gosh, yeah.
All right. I still don't know if and what you all are going to do to resolve the dragon stuff. It's still there, though.
I'm not sure if we know either at this point.
Okay.
Maybe there's something in one of the books.
All right. Well, we will resolve the loot and potentially dragon stuff, and once you all move on from this area, we will do XP. Because this was kind of like a little mini quest.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay. Where can people find you, or is there any outro anyone wants to share?
Got one.
Go ahead.
Guys, I'm JonDungeonMaster. You all know me by now. I run games on JonDungeonMaster, twitch.tv/ whatever the hell. We're back in it after our 2-week break and new year, where we are trying to recap as much stuff and finish out this who knows how long campaign. So come check me out if you're interested in that. All the VODs have been uploaded too.
Excellent.
So many
Nightmare.
It's a lot. Brian, where and when can people find you running your stuff?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Scarlet Shadow, 2 W's. I will be running Dragon Warrior Randomizer seats on Tuesday and Thursday mornings, usually, from about 9 Eastern to 11 Eastern. Right in the middle of the random percent cut, where all of us get certain flag sets and a whole bunch of us run the same exact seed and try to compete for the best time. I did one this week. It was kind of, but next week is going to be much better, I'm sure. I've also started streaming Dragon Warrior 2 Randomizer, and today I had my first sub 2-hour seed off stream.
Nice.
So,
Congrats.
yeah, I'm slowly getting better at that one. A lot more complicated. A lot more fun, though.
So it was sub 2 hours because you're getting better at it, or because it was like a really lucky seed?
No, I'm getting better at it. Like, I'm figuring things out a little faster.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. For us on the West Coast, you start those streams very early. Usually it's right as I'm waking up, and I get to hang out with you while I'm getting ready.
I do appreciate you stopping by, though.
Cool.
Greg as well.
Yes. So we have been Fable Table here on twitch.tv/Apollo_Nick with no C. And if you enjoyed the stuff, then maybe if you enjoyed our show, then maybe Valid Opinion will gift you a subscription next week, if he hasn't already. Or you can subscribe on Patreon and donate whatever you feel is appropriate. Even if it's just $1, every little bit helps. We really appreciate it. It allows us to do more stuff in the future. I would like to continue. I mean, we're doing a lot of Gloomhaven. I stream like other games, like I've just started Baba Is You, and I would love to do some like community board game nights or something like that. That would be really fun too.
Have you ever played Root?
I love Root.
I've never played it, but I saw it was on Steam a while ago. It came on my recommended feed.
It's one of those asymmetric games where you play as like one group and everyone has different abilities and powers. I played as I played as one group, and my friend dominated me as the Blue Jays, and I was like, I want to play that next. And then I played the Blue Jays, and I just got completely wrecked while they played the group I had just played. It's tough. It's a tough game, but it's really fun. And I love board games. I've got many suggestions of board games.
I just like Redwall. If anyone's read the Redwall series, I grew up reading that. It's a good-ass book series.
Nice.
Go check out Redwall by the late and great Brian Jacques.
Oh, is that the one that has like the little mouse on the cover of it? Okay.
Marvin Warrior, Matthias, yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, we'll see everyone next week here on Fable Table. Have a great rest of your week, everyone. Bye-bye.
I.
Bye.